And they're back. Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hope you're okay. Hope you missed us. We certainly missed you. We are
better
back.
have missed us.
Yeah, you better have missed us. Hi, everybody. We are Some Other Heroes. My name is Chris. I am the GM, and I am here today with my wonderful fellow queer Dungeoneers. Say hello, queer Dungeoneers.
Hello, queer
Dungeoneers.
Perfect. Before we jump into today's game and catch you all up on our adventures, we have a couple of small pieces of admin to go through, starting with Wayne, if you would kindly.
Sure. Hi, everybody. This is just a little reminder that on this channel we actively work to create a safer space that is inclusive and affirming for LGBTQIA plus individuals and people of all marginalised communities. And while we are generally a very kind and welcoming bunch, discrimination like homophobia, transphobia, racism, ableism and misogyny will not be tolerated here. In short, please don't be a dick.
No TERFs, no Tories.
Amazing. To help with that, we have two amazing mods who we'd like to say thank you to. That is Bespectacled Man, Nikki, and Hedgehawk UK, Hedge. If you need them at all, they are there to help you out, and just send them a shout. One more little shout out that I have for before we dive back into our adventure. Our friends, Roll for Good, have a charity stream coming up very soon. If you do not know Roll for Good, they formed just before the pandemic. They are a TTRPG variety channel that does 3 or 4 charity weekends a year to raise money for good causes. This time, they are raising money for Game Therapy UK. So if you are a GM or a DM or know how to want to run a game for a really lovely good cause, they currently have a shout out asking for people to come and run games on the 17th and 18th of May. Wayne has popped their card in the chat. Just jump over there and sign up. Before we dive in, is there any other announcements or anything that anyone wants to bring up? No? Okie dokie. In which case, this just leaves me to say, I'm going to drop the titles.
So what I think
back.
do is
We're discussing the French for
egg
cheese
on
omelette.
cheese.
Egg on cheese. Greater mysteries
And how
of
it's
the universe.
not omelette du fromage.
No.
Whatever Texas Laboratory says.
You are right, yeah.
They're wrong.
Yeah.
And that just leaves me to say, previously on Some Other Heroes, our friends are having a well-earned rest, having saved Aisling and Alabaster from literal death. They have earned a chance to rest and relax. To that end, their captain, Sudar Trueshot, the Vargren, who has been with them for most of their journey, has taken them to a place called Kest Kamirr, a wonderful village set deep within Ardea's reach, far, far to the south. look, you can see the little rocks at the bottom there if I just put the map on for a second. There we go. Far in the south. They haven't, not long have they actually hit the beach and had a chance to sit and relax when they have been beset upon by a strange, shadowy corvid who has flown down and announced to them that they have a message for Eugene Appleby Zillman. Don't know him. Is it dragon related?
I mean, if I flop off and go like this.
Perfect.
Stunning.
So method.
Of course, you've got some kind of corvid within arm's reach.
I have another one over
I was
there.
going to say, doesn't everyone?
However, before we jump back into that, our eyes are just whisked north, back to Cloud's Cairn, where Rebecca Ryder is walking out of a meeting room, looking incredibly frustrated. With her are her two key aides and Captain Tyree. Do I need to increase security? No. Whatever game they're playing it politically at the moment. We don't want to show our hand. We don't want them to assume that we are posturing in terms of military might. I see, madam. I will do my best to keep the peace. Yes, although I have to admit, 4 war vessels joining on a political, diplomatic mission does seem a little excessive. She turns to her other aide. Will you get messages to the leaders of Vadaract, Fallen Peak, and also send missive to our allies in Daklan and Ashram? This may be nothing. I'm hoping it's nothing, but they should know the Empire is on the move under the guise of helping out. With that, we return to the south. On a bright, sunny beach, where our 4 friends are laying under some wonderful sunshades. Aisling, Rock and Eugene, completely surprised by this huge, shadowy corvid that has appeared. Skier is currently passed out from drinking.
Oh yeah! Forgot about that.
Yep, she's unconscious.
Woo!
As said, if they die at this moment, this is why you don't trust yourself. This crow unfolds in this big display of shadowy magic around you. Eugene Appleby Zillman, I bring a missive. I have been sent by my master, Derathin of the Shaded Bow, on behalf of an ally. Scathe the blade of the Shadowed Heart in order to deliver information. Do you accept my charge?
Do you accept the charges?
Served.
That would be so.
Yes?
They shrink down to a much more crow-like side. There's still wisps of shadow off the back of them, and then they flip down on just the floor beside you, and then they reach almost inside themselves and pull out this scroll made of like a fine vellum, which they then deposit on the floor right in front of you.
So extra.
Yeah.
Fucking
I
hell,
mean-
Scathe.
This could have been an email, guys.
Yeah.
I literally taught him the sending spell.
He's still like, no. A crow, an otherworldly crow.
Check that.
Have you any message to return?
don't know that until I read the message. Right?
Fair.
Yeah, give him a minute. Fucking hell.
Jeez.
Kind of just flaps and kind of hops
Hello.
off to one side. Just taps your hoof for a second.
Yep.
Sorry, did you say he put something on the ground?
Yes, a scroll made of vellum.
Okay. I pick it up and read it, I guess.
Can I play with the crow whilst Eugene does that?
I think you can try. Make me
Yeah.
an animal handling check.
Okay. Pretty sure my animal handling's alright.
So, Thea, I sent you this message earlier this week. If you have it available to you at the moment.
I do.
Did you have any chance to try and start translating it?
No, I told you I wasn't going to look at it until.
There is a key and a cipher. The clue is the distance between you, who you both are.
Okay. I open it and I'll read out the part that's not encrypted, I guess. It says, for the eyes of Eugene Appleby Zillman, if this correspondence is found, stolen, or otherwise interceded, I charge you with the safe passage of its contents. If you read this message uninvited, I will dispatch the nightmares of the Shadowfell to hunt you down until I can remove every fond memory that rides aimlessly in your empty skull. Well, if I didn't already know it was from Scathe.
It's good to see he's lightened up.
And then it just says, E, I write to you with an update of our shared motherland and the deeper situation within. I do so with full permission, but I still wish to use discretion. I trust your brilliant mind can best a child's cipher. After all, you are my parallel. S.
Such a
Flirty to me.
bitch.
God, get a room, you two.
Parallel.
Okay, but and then it looks like a whole bunch of nothing, but obviously there's a key, and the clue is the distance between who you both are. Well, I guess it could be like you, as in the letter U. You and
The distance
R
between
are
you
both
and R.
letters, right? So what's the distance between U and R?
Smart.
Bear with while I write out an alphabet.
Oh, that little noise.
Okay, so 2 letters between U and R. So that would make that. No. That
Baby
that-
sounds like Velcro
not
today.
The distance between who you both are. Okay, so he deliberately wrote E and S. So maybe it's not the difference between U and R, maybe it's the distance between E and S.
Is Eugene saying this all out loud?
Yeah, absolutely. What did you get in your animal handling check, by the way, Aisling?
I got 12.
12. I think you
Yeah.
you try and find like little pieces of stones and things to throw, like and
Well, I
the
know
like,
corvids are smart because I've
Yeah.
played with them before.
and they just sit and blink at you as if you are the strangest child on the planet.
Weirdly, Aisling is very used to that look.
Especially from corvids.
And they do
Oh, yeah,
hop.
she gets judged by magpies constantly.
They do hop over skiers' boots for a second, as if they're trying to work out whether Skier's alive or not, and then disappointed as soon as they see that she's breathing, they just hop off the other side.
Gonna pluck out her eyes, will you?
I think while Eugene is doing the sort of the thinking. Rock's just going to very gently, not very heavily, but just gently kind of prod Skia to see if she's kind of able to be awoken or whether she's really passed out.
But I'm sleeping.
Okay, just checking you're alive. And then we look at Ashley and just be like, she's out.
He's so annoyed she missed out on this.
I know.
I'm relaxing. See?
And you're doing a great job. There we go. I'll just sort of pull a towel up over her.
Like a parrot. Just sleep time now.
Yeah. There's a good drunk Skia. You sleep.
I think where you are, I think Eugene's a little more distracted, but where you are, Ashley, you notice that there's a couple of turtles who have moved towards you, like carrying some sort of spear or weapon. And as soon as they see the crow disappear, they kind of stop. And one of them just kind of waving is like just to see if everything's okay. And then just nodding. Yeah.
Okay. We'll scream if it's not.
Okay, I figured it out.
Oh, of course you have.
Already? Fuck.
Yeah, well, it's a child cipher after all.
That
Totally.
doesn't make
Oh, yeah.
any sense. That is that child and cipher should not be put together.
Okay. So I was right, it turns out. I think.
Ow!
It seems I was right.
Do you want me to send you the full translated one for speed, or?
Yeah, that's probably quicker than me writing it all up.
So wait, what
So-
was the solution then?
So the distance between who you both are. So in this case, I'm Eugene and he's Skade. But if you take the first letters of those, E and S, the distance between those is 13. So therefore, so in this case, A equals O, and B equals P, and C equals Q.
Wait, what?
And-
Why? What does 13 have to do with A equal O?
Well, if you imagine them all lined up together, if you were standing at A and then you took 13 steps forward, you'd be in front of O.
It depends on how big
of
you write
course.
the letters.
Yes,
That's
of
the,
course.
That's the distance between.
Oh no, I get it totally.
E and
yeah,
S.
mhm, yeah. No, I thought it was more complex than that.
So
Yeah,
if,
no, I
if
get it.
E equals S, then A equals O.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, of course.
It's such a great explanation of that as well, Theo. Well
Yeah,
done.
also damn Theo. God damn.
So the message reads, "My indomitable compatriot, I trust that your journey has been smooth and you have bested any and all that may stand against your will. The mission of the Shadow Blades is shifting and the courts are engaging senior members on the new course of action. Our kin are still hearing the calling and the blades continue to guide them onward, but for now I am learning to tend and protect the dreamers. I overheard a woman that I have suspicion to believe is my progenitor speak to another blade, and she described the Shadowlands as terminal, and it is a daunting prospect to endure such a weight, but this is no coda. There remains an onward journey that is yet to be unlocked. There have been some deviations in the process here at the request of the Undying Court. A group of unfamiliar Fae came and willingly underwent a geas. Some forest elves, fairy, Fae, goblin folk, and a green hag. Their purpose was kept secret, but they wore the green cloaks of a free god known as the Travelling One. I believe they were here to seek alternate solutions for some of our wards with longer tenure. Something that troubles me more so is an increase in unsuccessful outings. Several blades have entered the material plane to find the elf that has begun to answer the call, but no elf awaits them. It seems to be widespread and, to the best of my knowledge, random. I will send news if we find the reason for this, but I thought it best to arm you with this knowledge. I think about my time with you, and your friends often. And when I do, I am emboldened to know that the next great mage walks amongst us, and I can stand counted in the rank and file of their friends.
Aww.
My time with you changed me, and I hold a small dream that in some small way I changed you too. In the millennia that pass in between now and when you hear the call, I hope I can be the one to guide you onwards. Your dutiful watcher, Skate.
That's beautiful.
Big thank you
So
to Nikki for
romantic.
writing that for us. And for making up the cipher as well.
Yeah, that was fun.
Fucking nerds.
Um, I don't think I have a response, Crow.
Then my duty is complete, and I thank you for your patronage. And with that, they kind of again,
Ha!
and then off. But as they
Bye.
kind of reach the edge of the island, you see like a ripple, as if they have breached beyond the material plane.
Flex.
And I thought the male birds were cool.
I want one of them.
Yeah, that was
So what does that all mean?
Do we need to do something?
I mean, it's good that it seems other peoples are helping find a solution for the problem with the calling. That's good. I mean, especially if they're people who may bring an outside perspective that hasn't been allowed up till now. So that's kind of good, right?
Surely. Yeah?
Well, I mean, considering how protective and secretive they are, I don't think they would have just allowed anybody in. So I'm sure they took, due care.
Do we need to do anything?
I'm not sure what we can do. I guess it's good to know all we can, right?
Yeah. Yes?
You can have an insight check on the letter if you want, Thea. Eugene can insight check it.
Sure. I've just realised I don't have my character sheet open.
It's just rude. -2 to all your rolls, I guess, then.
Oh,
I'm joking, of course.
damn. We're getting detention now.
Well, it's 11 plus 8. 19.
19. Having journeyed and got to know Scathe as well as you do, it's probably more that this is information that he felt was pertinent for you to know just in case it pops up in your travels, than this is something he expects you to pursue.
Good egg.
Whilst Eugene is doing that, off the back of that, Rock and Aisling, you guys can make me either a history or a religion check.
Let's see. This one has plus
Fuck's
nothing,
sake.
but this one has plus nothing.
Amazing. Good choices.
Oh, but that was a 19.
Nice.
Well, I have a +6 to history, but I rolled a 1.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Rock
shit.
is too many margaritas in already.
Rock's still thinking about how E equals S.
Yeah.
I'm balancing pebbles on skier.
Aisling, you remember, you haven't met many, but you remember that among the Fae, one of the popular free gods is the travelling one. A green-cloaked trickster who is said to love the wilds and freedom and joy. Not as commonly worshipped as the 12, but quite popular among more disparate groups like the Fae and, say, smaller villages on the outskirts. You wouldn't be surprised if there's a shrine or two to him in the Albatross
Okay,
as
cool.
well.
He sounds pretty chill. Yeah, well, I've heard of that travelling one that was mentioned. They're
See-
a pretty chill god as far as things go.
Okay.
So that's alright, surely?
I mean, the council was pretty kind of strict on who they let in, so it would imply that they feel that they have some value to add. I mean, they don't just let
Travelling
anyone
one
in.
was there, weren't they?
They were sneaking around in the background in Alabaster's meeting.
Haha, nice.
They were there, but they didn't say or speak. They let
Cool.
the
I like it.
12 self-important gods do all the talking, and I think
like
you
it.
just probably caught them on the edge of out of the edge of your eye, just kind of leaning, probably leaning against one of the thrones at points where they shouldn't be, just kind of
I like
taking it
them.
all in.
Okay, cool.
I mean, sounds like Skade's well.
Alright. He said some nice stuff about you.
About all of us.
Yeah, but
Mainly you.
well, you guys kind of vibed because you're all like brain people.
With the whole wizardy thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's nice to hear from you.
Yeah. I don't think he'd enjoy it here.
Oh, he fucking hated it. Hate it.
Just a thought.
We had to get ski a blackout to start enjoying it.
Yeah, should we be worried about that?
I'm occasionally checking the breathing.
I mean, she grunted when I poked her, so she's...
Yeah, she'll be alright. She'll be alright.
Also,
I need a cleric.
Okay.
no clerics here, I'm afraid.
No, I need one. Get those guys.
What?
Yeah.
Why? What's
He
wrong?
does this spell
He's
that makes
kind
me
of
feel
far
better.
away.
I don't care, get him.
What? Why? What's wrong?
He would always make me feel better.
Do you feel bad?
Oh, my head hurts and I feel sick.
Already?
Oh.
Good lord.
Metabolism for days.
I feel like she drank a lot very quickly.
She's been drinking like since before they like pulled up the port. And
Well, it was because we had a hero's feast, right?
Yeah.
Which gave you resistance to poison, and then
So I didn't
dispelled
realise.
it.
Oh yeah, shit.
yeah, that was it.
Forgot about that.
Because Skia was annoyed she couldn't get drunk, and I was like, I can just cast Dispel Magic, and then you suddenly got really drunk.
Yeah.
And I felt like that.
She had been partying with the gods, so.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll just pass Skier my water.
I don't know greater restorations.
No, sorry, me neither. Drink up. It's
Have
just
water. Have
Okay.
water.
Fine. You're so loud.
God.
So loud.
Wow. She can handle being stabbed, but she can't handle a drink.
Yeah. I can handle my drink.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
I just... It's so bright. I put on my glasses
Of course you do.
Oh,
and
you
like
missed
pull up my hood.
you missed the giant corvid that swooped down with a message from Scathe.
What?
Mm-hmm.
It was
Yeah.
pretty cool. It was like hopping on your boot and stuff.
Yeah, Eugene worked out a cipher. It was a whole event.
How long have I been out?
Oh, we've been here
4
for about
days.
we've been here for 3 or 4 days now. So
Okay. Okay. Great. Okay, who's Skaith?
oh yeah.
He's another wizard. We met him in New Doan before you sort of arrived.
He's got a bit of a crush on Eugene.
Oh,
I don't. think
does
that's
he?
true.
Okay.
I mean, it's all about mutual respect, obviously, but
They vibe very hard because of their brain.
Well, actually, I was pretty sure he didn't like me for a long time.
Oh yeah, so were we.
oh yeah. He's
But-
quite, I'm not sure what the word is really. He's a little hard to get close to.
His way of being nice was actually being very shady. And
But
we kind
he's-
of had to work that out.
He's very good with blades.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, no, you know Eugene's thing that he does where he sort of just zips around and sort of murders everyone in seconds?
Yeah, the sick thing, yeah.
Yeah, Scathe does that too. The first time he did it, I think I nearly passed out. It was very impressive.
Yeah, it was bonkers. Well, you nearly passed out because you got stabbed. But
Oh yes, I was bleeding heavily at the time. That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah, that's before I was your bodyguard. But we'll
Yes.
talk now.
Yes, that's right, yes.
This guy sounds fucking sick.
Yeah, he gave me this. He gave me this dagger.
You should date that guy.
Wait, what?
Damn.
He just sounds
Poor
cool.
Gray.
I mean, she's not wrong. I mean,
Hey,
Leave Gray
Just saying.
alone.
Well, he's sort of part of a top secret organization that help elves like go to the beyond.
and you shouldn't date him
I was
because
gonna say, Skier now thinks you should date him even more.
yeah, if you don't date him, I'm going to. Okay.
He's just not very available, I guess.
Yeah, he does live.
Being part of a secret thing in the shadow
That sounds
realm or
perfect.
whatever.
He's
Yeah.
like emotionally unavailable, tortured, confusing. I
And long
must have
distance.
him.
And
Oh
look,
my
this is-
god.
And he gave you a blade.
I must
you?
have him.
And you only have to see him once, like every 6 months. It's the perfect relationship.
Oh my god, perfect.
Yeah, this sounds great. Sorry.
Maybe you should date him.
We're taking Skier to therapy.
I don't need therapy. I'm perfectly fine. I'm sorry, Eugene. I didn't mean to. Agree's fine.
Oh, ouch.
I mean-
oh. Ooh, and that's rock flinching. Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. You know what? Maybe you do need another drink.
Yeah. Okay. Heard the dog and all that. Yeah.
The way you said that, it sounds like he's not fine.
What?
It's just I don't know. I'm not always that good at picking up on like tone or whatever. But the way you said that, and the way everyone else reacted, sort of leads me to believe that you think he's not fine.
Rock's just
It's
going to
like,
grab
Rock,
Aisling by the arm and just like step back to them.
I'm not trying to like defend his honor or anything. I'm interested, I guess.
Oh. Okay. Well. Oh no.
It's a good question.
This is why I
Has-
shouldn't drink.
Skier hasn't actually bumped into Gree since he left his apprenticeship, has she? She hasn't seen the glow up.
No. He was. Skier met him.
You met
You
him on
came
the
back to the
island.
man-
mansion with us,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah, it was
we
on the
came
mansion.
back
Okay.
to the mansion.
Yeah, he was at the
That's all
mansion. Yeah.
I apologise. I'm misremembering.
Yeah, she saw him since he got queer-eyed. It's okay.
Yeah. 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 He's hot. Sure. But it's fine. No. I don't want to say anything. Unless you want me to.
I think you might have already said
I
stuff.
just pour another drink.
I just
What did
said
you say?
I said I was interested
In what?
in what you have to say
About?
about Gree.
Yeah, agree. Yeah. You're just like digging.
I'm confused about where we're going, what this conversation is.
No, look, sorry. No, look, ignore me. What do I know? Look at me. I'm like a mess.
I want to know what you know, though. I'm asking things.
I don't know anything, but like, I don't know. You just, you don't. Oh, if I say it once it's said, it's out, and this is.
You've
why I
got to
keep-
say it now. We've come this far. I feel like if you don't say it now, it's going to be weird.
Okay,
I
I'm
think a
not,
rock is sharing popcorn. In the
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
just not really. How do you talk about Gree all that much at all? But this guy shows up and you do his like move and you carry his dagger around with you and stuff. It's just. What do I know? I know nothing. I'm terrible with.
I mean, I guess that is a
relationships.
good point. And we're not in a relationship.
You and me? No. Not yet.
No. No.
I thought you two were
don't-
just friends.
We are friends.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're friends.
Just checking. I didn't know when the relationship came into it.
Me and Gree, we're not in a relationship.
Are you not?
No?
No.
Oh.
I love that you
thought
two just
you
suddenly
were.
came back like, oh, you know.
Does he know that?
I assume so.
I'm thinking maybe he doesn't know that.
Well, that would be a massive assumption on his part. I mean, we've never said to each other that we're in a relationship. So why would he think that we were?
I totally agree. It is completely an assumption, but it is the kind of thing that people assume when they spend a lot of time together and they go out on dates together and they exchange glances and kisses and gifts. It's kind of generally assumed that are all indications of a relationship.
Oh, well, that seems silly to not clarify.
Do you want to be in a relationship with him? Ashley's lying like some party style. Like that.
Like kicking her feet up.
My hooves in the background.
Yeah.
Let's do a quiz.
Yeah, everyone's gathered round now.
Let's make one of those things.
Pick a number.
Yeah. Wait, give me paper. I'll do it. I'm on it.
Rock sitting cross-legged next to
Yes.
Aisling with his parasol up.
Yes. I'm loving this so much. So do you do you want to be in a relationship with him?
I don't know. I'm not really sure I've thought about it.
You don't have to be. I don't want to be in a relationship with anyone.
Well, it's just, there's quite a lot of, world-ending stuff going on right now. It just seems like it'd be a bad time to...
Is there ever a good time? Really?
I mean, I wouldn't say there's necessarily a good time because these things don't generally happen when you plan them. They tend to just happen as and when you meet people and things kind of just progress. But I will say, in agreement with Eugene, I don't think I would feel particularly inclined to want to start a relationship right now, considering how much we have going on and the fact that it looks like we're going to be going all over the scattered lands for quite some time. So I can see why that would be the case. I do think, Eugene, that it might be worth, when we see Gree, just being very open and making sure that you communicate that, just so that he is also on the same page, because that's how people get hurt, when they assume things and it's not communicated by both of them. I mean, I just think it's a good thing to do, to be kind to people and to make sure that everyone's on the same page. Otherwise, they have expectations of you that you're not fulfilling, and that never ends well.
Well, a wise woman once said, unspoken expectations are premeditated resentments.
Who said that?
Wow, that's really wise, Ashley.
Thanks. It's this fake creature that I met in the bog once. Called Katya.
Katya would be an amazing hag.
Oh.
In all the good ways.
It's like she just suddenly appeared somewhere in the world.
Yeah. I've made, okay,
Spoken
good.
into existence.
Yeah.
I'm happy with this.
Katya and Trixie are two parts of a coven.
Then looking
Oh my god.
No,
the
they should be
covenant
they should be two heads on one hag.
Yes. There you go. That hag exists somewhere in my
Oh my
world.
god, Rooney,
Hag
hag
race.
race.
yes,
Well
that
done,
has to be right.
Ruby. Oh, well done.
Mwah. Perfect.
I
No
love
notes.
that.
Stunning.
So when you're in a relationship with someone, like that that just happens, and everyone just kind of assumes that that's the situation. Like, you don't have a conversation and say like, hey, do you want to be in a relationship with me? Isn't that how it's supposed to go?
Some people do that. I think it depends on the people. I think for some people it becomes very clear to them that this is evolving into something more than a friendship or just being close. And so it does evolve organically. And that does mean that sometimes it's a little messy because a lot of people don't really communicate it that clearly. But a lot of people do feel confident enough and comfortable enough to actually have that conversation. And honestly, I think that's the best thing you can do, is to ask the questions and to be honest about it, because then nobody gets hurt. Feelings are very fragile. And most of the time, they get hurt from expectations that are not fulfilled or communication that is avoided or ignored.
Just like the Bog Witch said.
Quite.
And I'm guessing this is probably a conversation we should have in person.
Yeah.
I would think so, yes. Because, I mean, as you well know, the nuances of language and gesture and facial expressions are hard enough to read. So it's best done in person so that you can actually do that face to face with someone.
Yeah, that's a good point. Wait, so have you ever had anyone assume they were in a relationship with you?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I think it's pretty clear when I'm in a relationship with someone or not.
Why?
Well, I'm quite comfortable talking about it with someone, but I am also... Actually, I think I have learned how to be quite clear in the kind of way that I communicate with people. If they are somebody that I want to spend time with, but just for an evening, then I try and not make any kind of promises or any kind of commitments that may be seen as wanting to encourage something more. But I will say that there have been a number of times where I have inadvertently hurt people by not communicating that. And that's why I encourage you to be open about it rather than avoiding any kind of conversations about it.
I pushed someone in a tar pit once because they thought we were married.
I mean, that's another approach.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
sure.
That's the most
I
favourite
pulled them
response
out
to that.
again.
Wait, they thought you were married?
Yeah,
Why did they think you were married?
I mean, that's not the kind of thing that happens accidentally. Oh, look, I thought we were married. No, we're not.
Why are people having conversations about these things, assuming that they're married or in relationships?
Oh, it's like way more stupid and complicated and unspoken in face shit, so don't worry about it.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
God, isn't everything...
It was some weird exchange of branches. I don't know. I can't remember. But I pulled them out again. They're fine.
Okay.
Just a bit sticky.
Was the divorce painful? Well, for them, apparently.
Apparently, pushing one party into a tar pit counts as divorce when it comes to this sort of marriage.
In the Fey realm,
Good to
that
know.
tracks 100%.
You didn't have to do loads of paperwork.
No, it's way... That bit is way simpler. Like, Fae marriage, confusing. You've no idea what's going on. Fae divorce, largely tar-based.
Right, wow.
A lot of murder.
Learning lots today. What
A lot of
about you,
murder in the
Skia? Have you
elder-
got any
elder Fae as well.
fun... Have you got any fun relationship...
Any accidental marriages? No?
No, not yet, but you know, get me
Any
in the Feywild.
purposeful marriages?
No, absolutely not.
Oh my God,
I'm too
Skia's
busy.
thrice divorced and never told us.
I mean, we don't know.
Fuck
No.
yeah.
No, nothing like that.
It's
I'm
like
not
my
gonna-
3 husbands are at home right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Why do you think I
You've
don't
met
tell
them.
you about my life?
Yes.
Estri, Duskgaze, and Jaggeth.
My brother husbands are at home cleaning.
You can treat
Yeah.
them like Skyrim husbands and see them once a month to get money from them, and then you disappear again.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already established
Yeah.
that Skier's ideal relationship a few seconds ago.
Good point.
Yeah. I've done a few fake husbands and wives, but other than that, no.
Fake ones. Why?
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
for the kind of
Oh, for, like-
subterfuge thing?
Yeah.
Spy business.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's very fun. Makes things hella complicated. You gotta not cross that line. You learn once.
Wait, learn once? Why?
Did you?
How? What happened?
Oh, spill.
Tell us.
No, I've already spoken too much.
No, you haven't. You've not spoken enough.
But you don't have to say names, just, go on.
Tell us.
Well, it was taken out of place, and it was kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so there wasn't a whole lot to do, and you get like.
The tavern just had one bed.
Yeah, it did. It was one bed, and then there was like a rainstorm one night, and like we
Oh my God.
had to like shelter.
Let's get you out of those wet clothes.
I mean, yeah. And then we weren't allowed to
Oh.
work together anymore, but
Oh.
no, it's not really.
my God.
Yeah, but no, I'm not. I don't have any like relationships like that. I'm more like Rock. It's like a, hey, but just while I'm here and then I'm gone, kind of thing.
Oh. I suppose what we're trying to say is communication's the important thing.
Yeah. Or you can just leave.
I just assumed that because we hadn't communicated it, that we would. I thought there had to. I assumed there had to be some kind of, verbal agreement at least.
Be great
Hey,
if
we're
that
in a
was the
relationship.
case.
Oh
That
yeah,
would be way simpler, but
also
different people would have different ways of processing stuff, and some people will assume one way, other people will assume the other.
and
And
look,
just he might make the same assumption. He might also be thinking you're not in a relationship, but
yeah,
just
he
in
might be
case.
dating like 10 other people right now.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
Well,
I,
quite shy.
Given what I know about him, I doubt that. But
yeah,
Yeah.
I think maybe we're jumping the gun a little here,
I'm just saying.
but the fact that
Yeah.
I will put my hand up and say that, the fact that I assumed that you two were certainly at least exploring a relationship means that I made that assumption. So that's why I say perhaps he did too, just because I saw how close you were and how much time you were spending together and, sleeping on each other's shoulders and sort of stolen moments. And
Oh.
Yeah, it's well cute.
it was quite, nauseatingly sweet.
I mean, I like spending time with him.
As he obviously does with you.
Yeah, but
He
maybe
has a lot of interesting things to say.
Does he? I mean, does he? Sorry.
That tone shift was so good.
But I mean, also I don't know how to say this in a way that's kind.
Rip into him, Ben. Go.
Does he
My
not?
little,
You're
my
really
little
good at
hooves
this.
are kicking up behind me again. I'm so excited.
Does he not click your fridge magnet?
I don't have any idea what that means.
That's all right.
I hate that.
I love it.
Oh my God, Skier and I are like the good and evil conscience. sitting on our shoulder.
Just tell him how you feel. Run away, leave him.
Say what you were going to say. This is it won't go any further than the three of us.
Nope.
Well, it's just he obviously likes me. Sometimes I feel like it's a little bit like having a puppy.
Oh no.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
why?
Just because it's almost like he just is there waiting for me and sort of just, you know how dogs do when you get home, they're like waiting there for you, and it's like, what have you done all day? They're just waiting for me to get home.
Do you just picture him behind the
and
door?
He sort of follows me
waiting.
around a lot, and I don't get me wrong, it's very sweet that he thinks that I'm so great, but like the truth is that I'm just a person that's fallible, and I'm not perfect, and it's kind of a little off-putting is not the word I want, but I can't find another one.
No, that all makes sense.
You worried
Right.
that he likes you maybe a bit more than you like him. That's okay. Because, you know, you can find it, but
Maybe.
Do you, like, if we went on an adventure and he came too, would you feel like you had to take care of him? Or do you think he could hold his
Maybe
own?
not that
in
I
like a
would-
fighty way, but just a general. If you left him alone for 2 seconds, would he die?
No, I don't
Okay.
think that's true.
Because if you
and
leave
I don't think
puppies
it's-
alone for 2 seconds, they normally find ways to do that.
Where do you leave puppies?
Tar pits. No, that's not canon. Aisling doesn't throw puppies into tar pits. That's not canon.
wow.
Were you married to a puppy, Aisling?
Well, first, stop listening. She's looking up.
Even Boba raised her head at that.
I
Oh,
don't.
imagine.
I don't. Yeah,
It's not that I think that I would have to take care of him. It's more that like I feel like if he did come on an adventure with us, like every time I turned around, he'd be like waiting there. He'd be there expectantly. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like a bit much. You kind of want an equal, not someone who like looks at you like, oh my god, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's totally fair.
Yeah. But I do think it's, now that you're aware of it, it's probably something that when we have the time and we're back at the mansion, you could have a conversation about. And I mean, from his point of view, he has had a very sheltered life. Oh God, why am I standing up for Gree? Jeez.
Keep going. Go on.
You know, I mean, he was on that island and very, like, living literally in one building most of his, for many years and stuff, and then now he's in the mansion, and we're out going all over the place, and so it probably is quite exciting for him to see all the things you're doing and that kind of thing. But some people do get a little intense when they are interested in someone, and all you can do is be honest and communicate with them.
I think what I'm learning. Well, I used to think. I mean, it's great that we have so much in common, and we can talk about like wizard stuff, and that's great. But I think what I'm learning is like I maybe I would be more interested in someone who's different from me. If that makes any sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes tons of sense.
Opposites attract, right?
Well,
They do say that.
I mean, sometimes some people are very similar and get on well, but
True. Very true.
unfortunately there isn't a real definitive answer for that.
No.
Relationships and emotions are notoriously messy and confusing.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Eugene, you can't. There's no like definitive answers here. It's all kind of vibes.
Right.
Anyway, I mean, you don't have to worry about it right now. It's just I think that was a very helpful conversation to have. Because also now we know not to expect anything or put any pressure on you in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't assume now.
I will never suggest that you buy another fridge magnet for him.
Buy one for me.
Why can't I buy him a fridge magnet?
See, now you're giving mixed signals.
Oh my god, rock.
Well, no.
No, you're
I mean,
not. I'm
fridge
joking.
magnets-
Fridge magnets
I realized
are
that
platonic,
fridge
that's
magnets
okay.
were like the symbol of
Oh yes.
love.
Yeah, it's a
Probably
bit like the
somewhere
exchanging
in
branches thing with that. That's it.
You're
I
married
never
in some
ventured into
Feywild.
fridge magnets. I'm not brave enough to venture into fridge magnets.
Wait, is it the fridge magnet is that why he assumes that we're in a relationship? Because I got him a fridge magnet?
No,
I mean,
I'm not
They
even
were
sure
from
I
a long
actually gave it
time
to him.
ago. Who knows what their customs are?
Fridge magnets are modern technology.
No, I was joking.
We're
I
joking.
don't think the fridge magnet was a serious. I mean, it was a very nice gesture on your part.
Yeah.
But that combined with the other things indicate to him that you're interested, and that's why I say maybe he just has made some assumptions based on those signals. But be thankful you haven't exchanged branches and have to throw him into a tar pit,
Yeah.
Yay! Cheers
because
to
that would be
that.
awkward.
See? Not all that bad.
Yeah.
In her head, Skia just hears Rock say, "Oh God, I think Eugene likes bad boys."
She just sits back. Look, it was about to happen sooner or later. He's got to go through this phase, okay? He's got to get it out of his system. We all do it.
Oh no.
Yeah, do you know, I might get another daiquiri.
Yeah. 4 daiquiris? Yeah? Okay.
Wait, I thought you were gonna throw up or had a
I am, but
headache.
if I
Aren't you
keep
dying?
drinking, it's sort of help.
And I'm too sober for this.
Are you okay, Eugene? After all that talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I just wanted to check.
Now Eugene's like, should I not be okay? What's going on?
Oh god, no. Right, Eugene. It's fine.
Okay. Do you need a fridge magnet?
Yes. Why, have you got one?
Not on me, but there's got to be somewhere we can get fridge magnets here, right?
Yeah, there better be. Otherwise this is a waste of time.
Amazing. So the day is very much yours. You do notice that there are a few ships coming in with some different people, some Aragana, some of the aforementioned other human druids. Some of the Aarakocra have come in. They mostly seem to be trading with your crew, kind of getting a few bits and pieces that they can't get here on a regular basis in exchange for other things that are probably not easily accessible if you are not permitted in this part of the Reach. There are, as Keth explained to you, the village elder explained to you last week, you can have the run of this island. There is a thick jungle behind the village, some open fields, and that beautiful open portal that is perpetually pouring water over the mountainous centre, creating these rivulets and waterfalls. And even from where you are, you can see some turtles and some of the other people picking up those skyboards and floating out to them to kind of either surf the winds or find nice places to settle and fish and the like. Your crew are about. You can have time together. Or you can ask anybody about some of the areas that are exciting or interesting to look at. It's all your day.
Shit. Too many options.
Chris, the Sky Temple that's in this area, or that we
Yes.
think is in this area.
Yes.
Is that on a nearby kind of island, or I can't remember if we know?
Don't know where it is. You know it's in this region, and you know that it's somewhere. From the information you've got so far, you know it's somewhere in the Reach. And the people who seem to know the most about it seem to be the Aragana.
Rock, are you going to be doing emails on holiday?
No.
That's a crime.
I was just going to, just keep an ear out when we see people who are sort of travelling this area to hear if they mention anything about, big old ruins or anything that may give us a clue. That's all.
Well, I'm going to go find bugs.
But I quite want to do the skyboards thing. That looks fun.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, cool.
I knew Skier was going to be up for that.
I might throw up, but at this point,
Maybe
oh,
you
yeah.
should sober up a little.
Yeah.
Nah.
It looks
And you're
like
flying
it might
behind.
be
Yes.
So,
dangerous.
To a
okay.
point.
Oh, well, if you're doing that, I need to come watch.
Okay, come watch.
Okay.
Let's go.
Eugene, do you want to come watch these guys completely wipe out? I mean, do a great job.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Amazing. To a point, Rock, you guys were talking about greater restoration. Actually, lesser restoration would clear Skier up if you want to do it, if you have it. Or if you do have it and you just don't want to do it because of objective lessons,
Brutal.
that is also funny.
So I don't know if I have it.
Fair.
If not, Skier will go. Skier's just looking around for like a medic, like a low-level cleric.
Medic.
A bard will
I
have
need a
it.
medic.
I need less of our stage. I drank too much. Help.
Just walking around saying that.
Someone!
No, look, Skier can do better than that. All right.
Can I have a pathetic roll? That is your persuasion check.
Oh, I wanted to do like a stakeout, but yeah.
Or if you want to stake out and see if you can find somebody, if you can do an investigation check.
Persuasion is 8.
8.
Yeah.
I think you get a lot of tourists.
Hey, screw you, buddy. And then I'm just gonna like do a perception and look for someone who looks like they won't judge me.
Wow.
Look for someone with a kind face, or a
Yeah.
blind man.
Yeah. A natural 20.
Natural 20.
You are skilled at finding these
I'm just
people.
like someone like a mile down the beach and like that
You.
spec. You're gonna be a person.
He walks like a cleric.
Yeah, that's such a cleric move.
Not a cleric, but there are a number of druids who seem quite kindly and welcoming. One in particular is a very... you're fairly certain that they have probably Goliath blood somewhere in their history, some half-giant blood maybe. They stand probably about 7.5 foot tall, but look
God.
mostly human. They have beautiful. They have all their hair swept over one side and tied in these beautiful coloured braids all the way down to their waist and fixed in to their armour, which is made of like ironwood and other bits and pieces. And on the other side, they have this. Like deep scar, like purposeful scars that have been placed into their skin, and then filled with red inks and things like that, depicting like leaves and vines growing down their face all the way down on one side. And they're standing talking to one of the younger turtles who you were introduced to briefly, called Thicket. Who is a keeper of one of the holy places, they said. And just deep in conversation and things like that, and they kind of see you at the corner of your eyes as you stagger upwards.
Ew. Help me. Please.
Of course.
I'm
And they just
dying.
press a huge thumb to your head.
Extra.
And you feel like this gentle wash of warmth all the way through your body, and the poison drains away.
Whew.
Did you hit it too fast?
Yeah. Don't take anything that makes you immune to poison and then drink a shit ton.
They laugh, big hearty laugh, and Thicket just kind of goes, I would grab some food to set now your fat stomach is settled, to kind of level yourself out a bit.
And then I can start drinking again. Smart little man. Do you know where's good to eat around here?
You should get the kelp wraps off of Oralir. They can do vegan, vegetarian, they can do fish, and we have some dried meat now, some tack and things like that, thanks to your friends. So things that they can do with a beef, it's quite impressive.
Great. You're buying me lunch then. Let's go. Cry on, Rad.
Amazing.
So going with Thicket, excellent. They guide you off. Lovely to see you, Soma. It is good to see you as well, Thicket.
Thanks, Gan. You're great.
They just smile and wander off. As you are making your way in to find out where you can get some of those boards, Rock and Aisling and Eugene and Ski has kind of wandered off to one side. You pass a crotchety-looking old turtle with one arm, and one of his eyes is missing, and his shell looks like it has been replaced with coconut and whatever wood pieces and whatever he can do. There's just something large took a bite out of him at some point. And he's squinting at you suspiciously with one eye. And you can see that he's got these little bags all around him. As you get close, he goes, "Real coin only."
Eh?
You buy in, it's real coin only.
Real coin only.
We
Yeah,
can
don't
take
do
crypto.
gems, don't do artworks.
What are you selling?
What I've got magic items. I've got
Oh.
potions and poultices. I've got poisons and paralyses.
That one got away from you a little there, didn't it?
How'd you lose your horn?
Oh, it's a very long story.
I've got time.
How'd you lose your shell?
Big fuck off shark took a chunk out of me.
That's what it looked like. Wow, that's quite... I mean, good on you for surviving. That looks like it took a big piece of it.
Stay out of the deep winds around here. This time of year.
Note.
Sky
noted.
shark?
Can't blame him. He's just hungry. It's his
Where
way.
where exactly are the deep winds that we should avoid?
Kind of points to where, and you can see there's some young kind of like it's deeper further away from the island, and there are some young sky riders, kind of like hopping boards and kind of doing that and doing some dangerous looking tricks. And you can see that the winds really are picking up around there, almost like this is perpetual funnel of air pushing down that way, and they're fighting against it and coming back in and riding it again.
So where they are?
Yeah, don't do that one, because the sharks come quick and they don't discriminate.
Noted.
Particularly if you've not ridden a board before.
We haven't.
But we're going to.
Yeah.
Anyway,
How big was the shark? No, not anyway. How big was the shark?
biggest shark you ever saw.
I've never seen a shark, so I don't know how big that is.
You fought sky sharks.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, you fought sky sharks before.
Okay.
Long while ago.
Were they pretty
Long
big?
time ago.
Were they pretty big?
They were considered large.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's very big shark.
very big shark.
Shit.
She fought
What happened
fought
to
them
it?
when you were arriving to Parshkikk's Island.
Ah. What happened to it?
He's still out there. That's why I don't surf no more. He's hungry for the rest of me.
Is it got it out for you? Did you give it a cool scar and then you see it on the horizon and you're like,
You not heard? Once the sharks tasted you, they know you for the rest of the days. Any time you step into their territory, they can sense it.
Whoa. You got any healing potions?
Yeah, I do.
Got any shark repellent?
Yeah. Is that a spray or?
It comes in a little yellow belt with shark spray on it.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I've got a few things. Actually, I've got
Alright, what
some
you got?
fun stuff.
What's all the magical? What's the weirdest magical thing you've got?
Well, I've got myself, and he kind of pulls out this beautiful glowing blue gem. I've got a water stone, which I plucked from the edge of the barrier itself. And he kind of taps it, and this kind of water kind of pours from it, and he goes and sucks it back up again.
What's that for?
Creates water, destroys water. Brilliant for camping, or if you're out in the wilds. Means you've always got a ready supply of fresh water.
What if you need a ready supply of salt water?
Ah, well, you have to get some salt then, really, won't you?
Oh, okay. Cool.
I've got, and he kind of pours a similar looking stone, but red and glowing. Hang on, step back a second. And it goes, and a little bonfire appears for a second, and then kind of fades away as it's got no fuel. Little bonfire spell, always useful if you want to camp out late, or if you just, need to light something on fire quickly.
Pretty.
I've got, he kind of pulls out this sort of metallic can with like a focused nozzle on it. This one's funny. This is Lostis's silly string. It's divined by my great-great-grandfather, and it's been passed down as a family secret. And we use it to trap animals without harming them in sticky webs. But because you gotta have fun with these things, they're bright colours like bright greens and reds and pinks.
Hypothetically, could you trap a bad guy with it?
Sure, providing they're not too quick.
Can you reuse it?
You can use this can 4 times.
How much is it?
300 gold.
Yeah, I'll have that. Uh-huh.
You exchange coins with him, and he presses it in. Presses it
boy.
in. This thing feels full. It's got 4 charges, and basically you can cast the web spell 4 times with it.
Amazing.
And what we'll do is, I'll get a magical item into your inventory for that.
Thank you.
But when the web spell is, it's not like a spider's web. No, it is a spray of brightly coloured silly string.
Stunning.
For those of you who want to defend against magic, I have Aether Silver Dust. Highly useful, ground up Aether Dust to disrupt spells if you do not have magical defences otherwise.
Wait, how do you use them?
You sprinkle them in the air as a spell is hitting you, and then it's harder to hit. So mechanically, what it does is it gives you +5 to any saving throw. It uses your reaction to do it, and it's got 5 charges in a little bag. And that's 1,000 gold.
How much?
1,000 gold.
That's cool, though.
But we've got a Eugene with Dispel Magic.
Counterspell me.
Yeah.
Counterspell. Well, if your wizards use counterspell, this is a good way to
Counterspell,
try and protect yourself.
Does it? Sorry. No, never mind.
Was that?
But I was going to say, does it work? If there was a spell that was attacking multiple people, could you stop it from just affecting you, or would it stop?
It wouldn't be against. No, you could, but you could choose another target if you wanted to sprinkle it over rock or something like that.
Okay.
And they were in range. I would allow that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it sounds like a good idea. I'm all the way over here getting lunch, but I really like that. Can No, I got new friends now.
Eugene looks
Wow.
hurt. He's very
No,
cold.
but they're friends.
Eugene will
It's-
remember that.
It's all right, Eugene. It's the alcohol talking.
I'm joking. Come over here. Stop talking to that guy. Bring the glitter.
But I bought silly string.
What? She yelling one end of the beach to the other.
Yeah, we are fully
Like
shouting.
proper fucking tourists.
Oh God, we're insufferable.
Yeah.
God.
We are awful.
You wanted me to relax. You're gonna regret it.
Yeah,
I
this is
already
fucking
am.
Benidorm skier we've got right now.
Yeah.
Hey, she's just blending in with the locals. She's just doing her job, right?
Is
Blend
she?
it in. Blend it in by standing
Is
out.
she?
I also have alchemist fire, and he gets this kind of little vase, which with glowing viscous liquid in it. He kind of turns around, it kind of moves like lava. Throw this, it explodes. Funny stuff. Useful for fending off big monsters. Doesn't do him a huge amount of damage, but it's always nice to have something on hand in case you can't use magic, or you're running out of arrows or the like. And I've got spring moss, which is freshly prepared, which is
What's that?
amazing fun stuff. So you put it on your feet, and it helps you with the jumping and the climbing.
I'm already well good at that, but thanks.
Basically, it's one charge for 30 gold, and basically you get +5 to acrobatics roll for 1 hour.
Well, I don't know if Skier's gonna go do some board stunts. That'd be good for doing board stunts.
That is pretty cool. I like the sound of that.
A lot of the kids love this.
Yeah, go on, I'll have one.
Oh, well, I'll take some then.
Yeah.
How many portions would you like?
Oh, just the one, just to show
One,
off
please.
today.
Are you taking one as well?
Yes, please.
Skier! There's
Skier's-
this moss, right?
Ski's suddenly right next to you. You didn't realise her sneak up.
What?
She's got an ice cream. Yeah, can I take one too? And can I take that glitter, please?
Certainly can. So 1,000 for the silver dust,
And
And
30 for the...
and 30
Yeah.
for anybody who's buying the spring moss. And I think I will sort out some magic items between sessions.
Wait, I thought you didn't have any money.
Yeah.
She just pulls out her pocket. Oh, look. I didn't
Have you been
know.
stealing? Cool.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Do you
Don't
think
know
I
if you
sleep
do.
steal?
maybe.
I mean, you haven't really
If you
been
were gonna
around
do
anyone
anything-
but us, so you've probably been stealing from us if you have.
Oh god, I'm sorry guys. Do I owe you guys money?
Yes, several thousand gold.
Well, no,
Oh,
I gave you
no.
money because you didn't have any.
Yeah, I didn't. And now I do.
What an amazing miracle.
I think I think my pouch got lost at the bottom of my bag. So I didn't have any money, but I did, it was on me, but I'd forgotten it was there, so I didn't mentally have that money. Would you like it back?
No, it's fine. You keep it.
I can give it back.
Money's
That's
all
fine.
made up anyway, guys.
I think you, in these circumstances, you should buy your friend something nice, like alchemist fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Where would we
Fine.
buy that?
I don't have any need for alchemist fire, I think.
No.
Do you not? Would it not be cool though?
He's got fireball.
Oh yeah, that's true. You know what? What if you run out of the ability to do fireball and you want more fire?
I think I was.
What if you put an
fine.
alchemist fire in the middle and cast fireball on it?
I don't think that's smart or necessary.
Also,
Neither of those things are
at this
things it
point-
needs to be.
At this point, if Eugene threw alchemist's fire instead of doing a fireball, everyone would just be like, eh?
Oh.
You alright?
Oh, okay, wow.
It happens sometimes, don't
Hey, I have other spells. You guys talk about fireball like that's the only thing I ever
It's
cast.
because it's cool.
I barely ever cast fireball anymore.
Well, no,
It's because the times you have cast it, it's been like an asteroid. so
and he's
cool.
talking about a thing that throw and creates a fire explosion. That's why I'm equating it to fireball.
You open like a portal.
Yeah, I was gonna say
like,
yours
it's
is more
just
of
bizarre.
a fire deluge when you use it.
Yeah.
Do you have any weapons?
I've got some staves, some clubs, some hunting knives. Nothing probably as fine as those wonderful weapons you're all carrying. You seem like you're quite well kitted out for this sort of thing.
Wait, do I just have my sword on with my swimming costume?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Great.
Of course.
Just in case.
Yep.
This is my holiday scout.
What happens if we get attacked at the beach?
Yeah.
I can imagine Skier's probably got some knives. I mean, I think we already said that she's got.
Oh
at
yeah,
least
she's
one
already
strap.
got the
Yeah.
the knives around her thighs
The
and
thigh
stuff.
knife.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Eugene and Aisling have a tendency to carry their staves out or swords around anyway. So I think if Rox put his sword away in that bag of holding, I think at least one staff is out
Yeah.
or something.
Open carry,
Okay.
baby.
Okay.
Is there anywhere here, like a
Library.
If you say library,
bookshop
oh my god.
or like a magic shop, a place to buy scrolls?
Afraid
parchment?
not really much for that sort of thing down here. We tend to rely. He kind of nods towards the druids. We tend to rely more on natural magics, you see. But I appreciate.
No bookshop? No.
No, but
library?
there is something that might interest you. It's not somewhere you can buy magic, but you might want to have a look at the Grand Echo deep in the forest.
What's that?
Oh, it's a place where there's lots of words written, and the more spiritually inclined imply that you can hear the voices of the gods themselves.
Oh, I've heard enough from the gods.
Yeah, we were actually in a meeting.
give that a
There's
miss.
a lot of
Their
Just
voices,
jump into their Zoom call.
their voices are a lot less interesting than you'd think, honestly.
so
You said there's a lot of words there? Is that what you
Lots
said?
of words, ancient words.
Oh, it's like a big natural book.
Eugene's like, oh yeah, words.
I'm in.
Where are these words? Just hanging in the air?
If you curry back forth through the forest, keep going, there's a natural path that's been carved into for people to get to it easily. You probably find one of the more priestly minded of us heading back that way. Easy to spot, you won't miss it.
Is it a holy site or like?
We regard it as. We think
Oh,
you can hear the world talking to you there.
I mean, that might be worth a little explore.
Do we have to
I guess
be?
if there's
Is
no
there?
library.
Is there anything we need to be like?
She's like, what kind of town is this? No library.
Vacation without books.
Hey, what am I supposed to do? Drink?
Everything's covered in sand.
Well, exactly. If you had books here, they'd be covered in sand. You'd be so annoyed for weeks.
Poorly.
So let's go see the big wordy books thing in
Yeah.
the middle of the forest. Let's go do that. That would be. It sounds
We
interesting.
don't have to do it right now. I thought you guys wanted to do the skyboard thing.
Oh yeah, sure we can do
I want to
both.
see
We've
you
got
guys
time.
do definitely cool, great stunts.
Yeah, nothing could go wrong with rolling for that. Sure. But yes, we could do that after the skyboarding.
When we're injured.
Assuming
Yeah.
assuming we can still both walk after that.
Yeah.
Well, we might
Maybe-
need the help of the gods.
Exactly. To heal all your limbs.
Does anyone have that floating disc spell, just in case we need it?
Yeah.
No, but I do have featherfall.
There we
Okay,
go.
good, yeah.
Keep an eye out in case we may need that.
I could also cast fly on myself and come save you heroically, maybe.
Sick,
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, don't steal my shtick.
So long as it's.
It's okay. You can both be heroes, Rock.
I mean, I did the flying thing and saved Eugene when he was falling off the dragon. That's fine, yeah.
And he can return the favor now.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, it was pleasure doing business with all of you. You are very interesting characters.
Right back at you.
You got chomped by a shark. What's your name?
I'm Old Greg.
Oh,
Okay, stunning. Thanks, old Greg.
And
I'm not even going to ask how you spell that.
You are Aisling and Eugene and Skier and Rock.
Oh, I don't have a name badge on. How do you know that?
Because you've been shouting a lot around the village. And Old Greg, he listens.
that
Oh,
might have been
well,
my bad.
if you're so good at listening, we heard there were some rumours about like great runes in this area. Like, have you heard anything about those
Ruins or ruins?
ruins?
I mean, many ruins in the Reach.
Oh, these
Are you
are
looking-
ancient.
Pre-sky.
Oh
time.
yes.
Talk yourself, and he kind of points towards some blue-scaled Aragana, little ones who are kind of having a long conversation with Keanu, by the looks of it, your ship's medic, exchanging herbs and things. Have
they
a
now?
look with, have a talk to the them ones. Try and remember what they're called. Mafrubble.
Who?
Mafrubble.
Math rubble.
Yeah, Mafrubble Aragana. Have a chat with them at some point. They tend to hang around longer than other people, and they'll want to see the Vargren when they come in, you see.
Oh, good. Yeah, yes. Thanks. That's great. I'll have a chat to them.
Yeah, they have the oldest of sites, apparently, they say, at any rate.
Oh, interesting.
Interestingly, they look a lot like Kotal and Santi that you know from the circus.
From the circus, yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Cool. Great. Well, you have a good day and watch out for sharks.
Oh, I always watch out for sharks, particularly that bastard. One day he's
Bye,
going to
Ogre.
finish me off, you see. And he's still mumbling as he wanders away with his sacks.
I love him.
That guy's great.
He's pretty
Rock,
cool.
that sounded an awful lot like work.
Just, putting some feelers out. I mean, we've got to go there next, so I may as well make it easy to get there if I can find out anything about it.
Supposed to be not doing that.
Wait. Where have we got to go next?
No!
Well,
Stop it!
I'm just going to say, no, I'm not talking work. And in Skier's head, she hears Rock say, there's apparently another sky temple near here, so we're in the area. I just thought I may as well try and find out. And I'm just...
You fuckos.
Anyway, so, skyboarding first?
Stunts!
Oh, there's no need to be
Aisling
rude,
runs off.
Aisling. Oh, stunts, sorry.
And the four of you make your way to the foot of the mountain, where the sky boarders are gathering for their next run.
Oh, yeah.
And that feels like a really nice natural place for us to take a short break. So I think probably about just over 10 minutes. Be back for 22, folks.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Amazing. We shall be right back. Go and stretch. Look at something other than the screen. We love you to pieces, and we'll see you very shortly.
Bye.
Bye.
And we are back. Hello, everybody. How are we all doing? Hope you had a lovely break. Before our break, our friends are having a lovely time in a really sandy and sunny place. Actually having a proper beach episode. They've heard from their friend Scathe. They've had deep conversations about love and romance. And now, having bought some weird objects from a strange, quite shady old turtle, they are on their way to the single mountain in the center of the jungle to begin the trek up and to start a skyboarding adventure. As you get to the bottom of the hill, you realize that this kind of like this deep, long jungle path kind of cut back quite beautifully. There is a large beetle with a cart, like a rhino beetle, like waiting for anybody who wants a trip up.
Oh my god.
There is a young female turtle who kind of like waves you on. Are you going up to the top of the hill?
Yes, to the skyboarding.
Yes. Do you have skyboards or do you need to borrow?
No, we'd need to borrow.
That is fine. Talk to Croc when you get to the top. Croc will be able to fix it up for you.
Got it. Great.
And yes, please do pet them. They are most kind and comfortable, and they will be better to know your smell.
Oh, Ashley pets them.
They are, and this little proboscis comes out from under and just kind of like whipples through your hair to kind of smell you a bit.
Hello.
I think you just got engaged.
Oh shit, to the tar pits.
The turtle encourages you to get on board, and then she gets up behind the rhino beetle, and you notice the inner casing of this is actually designed to move from side to side, and you quickly realize as it gets closer to the edge that it's to keep you guys in the center position as the beetle starts going around the outer edge of the mountain.
Gyroscopic
cool.
beetle guys. Oh my god, that's so cool.
You are on probably about 15-20 minutes, and you see it comes up to a set of roosts on the other side of this mountain, and you realise that this town is co-shared by Aarakocra, those beautiful, colourful, plumed Aarakocra you saw before that look more like parrots from our world than eagles or the like.
Cool.
The cart pulls in, and she allows you all to depart. You will not need me to write you down. The waves will carry you back to the village.
Thank you.
She speeds off with the beetle. There are a number of turtles and Aarakocra and a couple of Aragana and a couple of humans all kind of like milling around talking. A lot of them have their own boards already and they're comparing notes and like talking
Are
about...
they all tanned with like really blonde hair and stuff?
They're all beautifully tanned,
sick,
like
bro.
sun-bleached hair.
Tubular.
It's so gnarly.
Ridiculously pretty and probably, you know, not the deepest of people, but fun to hang out with.
Let's go.
Does it look like there's a sort of central spot to go and borrow skyboards from or anything?
There is a fucking huge Aragana with a long, big snout, a big yellow, scaly belly. Looks like a crocodile standing upright.
I'm going to go with that being Croc.
That looks like Croc.
Okay.
Uh,
Hi, Croc!
He smiles a big grin. Oh, it's a dragonborn. Don't get many of them round here. And a fae. Or don't you all look delicious? I take it you're here to borrow boards?
I'd rather you didn't use the word delicious when looking at us, but sure.
I'm fine with it.
Ski pervert.
Yes, we are here to borrow boards, please. We'd like to do some skyboarding.
All four of you?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, come on.
what about...
Go on.
Ashley will lift up a hoof and be like, but...
Look, he kind of puts his arm around you briefly and points towards the turtles who have got those big plate feet, like big stompy plate feet, and he kind of points to the Aarakocra who of course, like some of them don't fly, but have like quite clawed feet and things like that, and said,
But they
"We
couldn't
all-"
grip. I've got no grip.
Oh, that's right. Neither have humans. They fall off all the time.
Well, yeah, they're idiots, but I've got nothing.
They can hear you, Ashley.
That's fine.
You will be fine. I will show you how to do it properly.
Besides, Eugene's got Featherfall.
Hey, see, there you go. You can't fail.
Come on.
Okay.
Great, everyone's in.
So what colour board does everybody select?
Which board has the most colours on it?
There is one that has been very craftily sprayed and resprayed, and it's kind of that point where it's just a mash of colour now.
That's fine.
The one with the least colour for skier.
There is one that is a beautiful varnish, and that is all that has been done to it. It's dark, but the wood has
Oh,
been...
yeah. That one.
Fuck. Good conscience and evil conscience strike again.
Yeah.
Theo, what about Eugene? Or has Eugene managed to talk himself out of it again?
Yeah, I think Eugene's pretty reluctant, but he will pick. If there's a purple one, he'll pick the purple one.
There is a
Eugene
light...
pick like a rubber ring or a toboggan.
No, Eugene's probably just going to do his in style, sitting while reading a book on it.
Oh yeah, that'd be such a flex.
Rock will look for one that's either white or green.
There is a white one, which is like a sun-bleached tree that has been polished down and just kind of like they've dyed it in to lift that colour up even
Perfect,
further.
I'll go for that one.
You're all so classy.
Croc runs you through the basics. It kind of like helps you fasten your feet into it and kind of teaches you how to lean into the wind and use them. Each of them have like a sail rudder underneath, which you can use the back foot to kind of twist and turn. He said he kind of chose you to lean in to go faster, lean back to kind of push against the wind, and how to kind of move, like flex yourself in the hips to kind of move it back. I will have a dexterity check off of everybody, and you're quite a dexterous bunch, so it should be interesting.
I'm gonna pop my moss.
What's this for?
Can I pop
just
my moss
just to
too?
see how easy you find this.
Okay, we haven't actually gone yet, though.
No, not yet. No.
Okay. Alright.
Is this flat dex, not acrobatics yet?
It's just a flat dex. Although, actually, if you're trained in acrobatics, you can add your acrobatics.
What about the moss?
If you want to add your moss before you get on the board, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop the moss as
Pop the
Ashley
moss,
said.
baby.
Croc sees you and Aisling pop the moss, and he just grins that big old toothy grin and chuckles.
Hell yeah.
24.
Very nice.
19.
19. Eugene?
I got a nat 1.
And Aisling.
So I pop my moss, which is a +5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and I got a nat 20, so that's 26.
Yes! Oh.
All of you have got it apart from Eugene. I think you fall over a number of times.
Can I help Eugene?
Yeah, is there any way we
once
can help?
Well, I think once your friends see the way you're struggling, they can point things out that they're finding makes it easier. So we'll let you have an advantage roll on that if you want to.
I
Don't
think-
lock your knees.
Rock's going to go and like help Eugene up if he falls over, and just dust him off, and just be like, "You'll be fine." Also, it's usually easier once you're like, in the actual flow of it rather than being taught or whatever. Don't worry, and I'll just tap him on the back, and I will cast Enhance Ability with Cat's Grace.
Amazing. Or you
So-
could have a whole fresh roll with advantage if you wish.
Nice.
No,
Pretty
but
good, because I just rolled a 4. So,
It's getting better.
Yeah, you're getting it. No, okay, not like that.
right, I need to put that dice away.
Oh
Rolled
no.
that dice rolled another 1.
oh my god.
But then
Prison.
the other roll was a 10
Okay.
plus 2.
10. I think
12.
12.
12. 12 is
Respectable
well,
Christian
respectable.
12.
I think
I
you've
just,
got
I just don't think I'm really. I'm not the
you-
sports. type.
You've got the basics down. If you
I'll
would
probably
like,
just-
I can go down with you, and we can go in tandem, and you can take the lead, and I will help you get to the bottom if you want.
Can Eugene have one of those penguins you hold at ice skating?
Kind of the same, yeah. That feels even worse
Yeah, wait,
somehow.
wait, you can just like sit and steer, can't you, if you wanted to? I mean,
Can I?
You could sit and steer. You need to put your hands on the back buckles, like, and then kind of lean in.
Would that be any easier?
I will get you a harness if you think that would be easier.
Booster seat.
I don't know if I really want to be attached to it. What if?
Yeah.
It's fine. You will be fine. Honest.
You got this, Eugene.
And you got Featherfall.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that
got
just
fly.
slows down the falling.
You've got fly.
Yeah,
And
so you
then-
could just elegantly float down if that happens, and we'll see you there.
Just just cast fly anyway and pretend you're doing the board.
Stick it to your feet.
Just
Well,
keep
your
it
feet are in.
attached.
Yeah, your feet are in the things on the board, so you could just
Yeah.
pretend you're actually using the
No
board.
one
Yeah.
will know.
Just fly.
Yeah.
That's not such a bad idea.
Yeah.
Well, see how it goes. Go on. You
Yeah.
can do this. I'm sure you can.
Give it a go, and then just cast 5 if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I don't mind coming down. In which case,
No. I don't want to be a bother.
in which case, I think you are all ready. So we're going to start you off with something very simple, and it kind of walks you all with your
kickflip.
boards, all to like an outer edge. You pass some of these Aarakocra, some of whom are cheering you on. First time, go get them! First time, go get them!
Yeah.
I didn't know we were going to have an audience. This kind of makes
Yeah.
Oh,
Rock's just going to go. Oh wait, I'm just going to quickly just pop to the loo, and I'm going to run back, and I'm going to put the moss on. But I'm going to do it so no one sees me do it because
Wow.
it's too embarrassed.
wow.
I would like a
See, at
sleight of
least
hand
Kia
check.
and I are open about our doping.
Yeah. Open and honest hoping.
Sleight of hand. Well, I
Yes.
mean, listen, I'm going to cast enhance ability on myself if it goes bad as well. So don't
My God.
Oh yeah, sleight of hand. That's a 23.
23. Nobody sees you slip the moss on your feet.
There you go. And then I'm going to run back. Going, okay, I'm ready.
Wow.
With a new spring in your step that wasn't
Yep.
there before.
Can I insight check that spring, please?
What was your sleight of hand again?
23.
That's what you got to
Oh.
beat.
Piss hell. No.
You are led to a overhang, like a wooden panel, and then you can see that there is like, you can actually almost see the wind. It's one of those things where it's picking up things and moving it along. It's a bit stronger here, and it's kind of like it's picked up with some of the spray that's coming out of the portal above the mountain. And you can just about make out the currents, and it is this lovely twisting loop down about 500 feet to an open platform where you can land directly below, and you can see that there's a couple of people down there ready to kind of receive you and help you. And there's a little net at the end that they can put up very quickly if you're coming in too fast.
Good.
I think Rock is probably like, oh, this is going to be super fun. And then when we get to the sort of drop-off point and he can actually see down, he's like, oh, this is going to be, oh my God, it's really quite high. I know it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
So good.
No, it is. It's going to be great.
Flashbacks to our first trip to South Africa there.
Yeah. Yes. No. Great. Okay. Good. Good.
It is going to be great.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hey, you got this. Rock, you got this.
Oh yeah. No. I'm sure it's fine. It's just a bit high. It's higher than it looked from down there. But
Just don't look down.
Got professionals all around you, like wind casters to bring you back in line if you go too far off an edge. You've got the net if you're coming in too fast. You are all going to be fine. The worst you're going to get is a little bruise.
That's fine. Skier straight up stabbed you. You'll be alright.
Yeah. This will have less than that.
You've
Cock
been
looks like he
stabbed
wants to
before.
unpack
okay.
that and
You
then
know what?
leaves
Let's
it
just
alone.
don't want
focus
to.
on the skyboarding. Yes. Okay. So who's first?
How do you
Louise
flip?
first.
Can you
You
flip?
lean
flip?
all
How
the
do you-
way back quickly and you throw yourself back, but you've got to push yourself forward again, otherwise you'll keep going, and that's really disorientated.
Okay.
Alright. Okay. Aisling, do you want to go first or shall I?
Yep.
Okay, up you go.
She's gone.
And you push yourself off and fly. I would like you to make me a dexterity, and if you are trained, you can use acrobatics.
Well, I have I've popped my moss. So.
Your moss will still add to it as well.
What is the moss? +5.
+5.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
How long does Cat's Grace affect me for?
Hour?
Yeah, it's 1 hour.
Okay.
But you're concentrating that, so if
hang
you
on.
cast it on yourself, Rock, it drops on Eugene.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I'm gonna use Dark One's luck.
As you do.
If the roll was fine, I want it to be better.
Okay. I think you just hear in your ear, oh, Aisling, really?
This is for saving the world, not this.
Don't worry about it. It's very important. The sick flips. Okay, wait, shit. Okay. 25.
25. So, with a 25, you can tell me what Aisling does on this 500-foot surf down and how elegant and beautiful and how many tricks she puts into it.
Elegant and beautiful aren't the words. Unnervingly
They are never words
fast.
I associate with her.
No. Disconcertingly and unnervingly fast will be the words. She does a lot of flips and feels very ill, but she's like maniacally laughing. You know, like when like kids play tag and the one running away is like manic laughing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
I'm also thinking the vibe of like kids on
The
like a
whirling
roundabout,
things, yeah.
just like going so fast. You're like, this is dangerous.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
are
yeah.
you laughing?
Like some fucking NASA training shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Amazing.
she's doing a lot of that, and definitely the wind folk have to sort of help her out because she's fucking off all over the place.
I think they keep throwing up, but you somehow manage to pull yourself back in at the last minute every single time. You look like they're looking a bit confused, and a lot of them are laughing as you come crashing. The net is necessary. You do land it really well, but you just don't know how to stop, and it looks really cool.
Oh, I
And you're
landed
like,
so cool.
"Yay!" And it's just like caught in the net as it they kind
Yeah.
of, and then they kind of lift you back on, and they're
My
whooping
hair
each other.
is enormous. It's already pretty big, but the combination of like the humidity and all of the flips and shit, it's
I
just
love that.
huge.
Slapping you in the back, congratulating you, and they're guiding you off the platform.
Did you see? Did you see that? And then the second one, and then a little bit of sick came up, but I put it back down again. And then did you see the next bit? She's doing that the whole time.
Wonderful. Who is
She gets
next?
to watch. She gets to watch these guys go, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah, she
good.
can see where you are. You're just being moved out of the way so that you're not in the way when they come down.
How dare.
Can I'm just going to insight check these guys and see how they're doing and feeling, and whether I need to go last to make sure they do it, or whether
Cool. Rock and Eugene, please roll a deception or persuasion check, depending on which you think is most appropriate, to try and convince the people around you that you're up for this. And Skier, insight, away.
19 insight. So it's not too difficult to beat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Rock's even
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
beat
yeah.
it. Like, Rock is like clearly really torn between being excited and also realizing that it's much higher than he thought originally. So he's definitely not like going to back out, but he is clearly way more nervous than he thought he would be.
You got this!
Okay, I'm going to go next.
It was so good!
You could do it. You could do it.
How is Eugene feeling?
I rolled an 18, so I didn't.
Close.
Eugene is trying to go last, definitely. Like, he is hanging back and like hoping that you guys will just forget that he's there.
Oh no!
Oh dear, that's amazing. Rock, you announce you are going next. Croc helps you to the edge of the platform and steps back so that you can launch yourself.
Rock sort of very bravely gets ready and launches himself and immediately just like plummets out of view. And you just literally just pushes up and just plummets, and you just hear him going, "Ah!" And then he flies back up and, I'm fine, I've got it now, I'm fine.
Can I roll a acrobatics check for me?
Sure.
So
Don't forget your
unplanned.
+5.
Oh my god, this is going to be another one of those activities where we all show our asses, like our personalities, so clearly.
Oh dear, that's not great. That's a 10.
A 10. You'll go shout. I think you're screaming, "I'm fine! I got it now!" And you do not have it. You
Trying to convince himself that he's got
on the up. You're shouting, "I've got it! I've got it! I've got it!" Until you realise you're actually upside down. You're in control, sort of, and you can feel the buffets of wind as the aircasters are kind of pushing it to kind of keep you moving.
Ooh, rock,
You-
not on it.
Spin. Let's put it this way: it's nearly as chaotic as Aisling, but nowhere near as intentional. And
Intention is a very important part of what I did.
Yeah, and I think Rock is definitely fluctuating between like the absolute thrill of the adrenaline, but also realizing that he has no control over what's going on whatsoever. So he sounds like he's having a lot of fun, and then it's occasionally kind of punctuated by oh, and then back to squat.
There's a Rock's panic grunts, TNTM.
Yeah. All over the place, backwards, forwards, up, down. Like the casters are got him in control, but it looks like they're at the edge. And eventually there is a thwing as he crashes face first into the net, and he's just gently let down
Right.
to lay on the floor.
Rock's literally going to just lie there, and he's going to look up at Aisling and just go, I can fly.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I could have used my wings.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have.
Oh well, that was fun. Should we do it again?
Yes.
Well, let's wait for the others to come down.
Okay.
Also, I think I
imagine-
might need to sit down for a little bit.
Yeah. You look a bit pale. Get it?
Again, same sort of thing. Just you're gently led off. Lots of gentle pats on the shoulder and things like that. A little more commiseratory than we've actually.
Oh no! Every time there's any hint of sort of sympathy, Rock's like, Did you see what I managed to do there? It was so much fun looking out of control. It was great.
I don't even need to insight check that shit.
Of course not.
They need to.
Nobody does.
While Rock was going down, Skier also took a step back with Eugene, just like, oh yeah, maybe.
Don't you dare.
Skier's like, walking doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah, maybe not.
Ski's all about analog travel.
Yeah, yeah. Ski's gonna try her attempt to maybe make sure Eugene does it.
Does it involve pushing him off the edge without his knowing?
No. She is just gonna call him to a challenge, be like, it's okay if you're too scared to do it. I bet you can't beat this anyway. And then I'm gonna fall off backwards.
Yes, Skier! Yes!
Acrobatics check.
Oh my god, stunning.
You know when sometimes you're really nervous and someone being too nice to you makes you kind of go, oh, you're right, I need to back out. But someone challenging you is like,
So
I can do it.
Yeah, fuck
I'm
you.
a child. Fuck you. I can do it. That is a 28.
Oh my god.
28. Michelle, please describe the beautiful, graceful way that Skier encapsulates skyballing.
I have one scene in my head, and it's Jim Hawkins at the beginning of Treasure Planet.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
You know, it's like there's like the odd like it's not as many flips as Aisling or Rock, but it's like she lets herself drop really quickly and then like comes flying back up, and then it's just like I think she's almost calling out or instinctively trying to sense when the wind people are doing their thing so she can like hit them at certain angles and stuff. And yeah.
Damn.
It's just like a cool roller coaster.
That's
Jim
so
Hawkins.
cool.
You absolutely don't need the people to raise their hands. They watch as you ride the currents up the mountain. You probably find that your hair is kind of like that wonderful sheen of like water through your hair and on your skin and across your horns. And you're twisting and turning and
She's somehow always in slow motion.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you don't know how.
One with the wind and glide. And whereas Aisling and Rock both needed the net, you slide in with 1 foot off, looking really happy with yourself.
Oh my god.
Well, you didn't tell me you'd done this before.
That was so cool.
Hold on, so much fun. We have to go again.
So cool.
I am one with the wind.
Yeah. I think this is your thing now.
I think I belong there.
I mean,
I think so too.
maybe we should get you a board to just like.
Oh my god.
Can I just have one?
Wait, can we take boards and try them off the ship? Okay, wait, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Sudar would definitely tell us off, but it might be worth it.
Yeah, I don't care. That would be...
Anyway, wait,
Could like.
did you
pull
leave
behind.
Eugene up there?
Yeah, I tried challenging him.
Can we see Eugene? Or is he wrapped up enough?
I think, yeah.
Or is he like, as he run down the stairs and standing beside us like, woo, yeah, that was so fun.
Oh, you missed it. I came already quick. Oh, yeah, that was so much fun. Yeah, anyway.
It is just Eugene. It's a couple of Aarakocra and obviously Croc, who's there, kind of like trying to be patient being patient. Let's be fair, being patient and giving Eugene the time that Eugene needs to decide whether he wants to do it. There is zero judgment from this Aragana. Just that gentle smile.
Gentle smile, as you get from most crocodiles. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Eugene's been getting very analytical about it, so he's been watching everybody else to like not repeat the mistakes of Brock and Aisling.
Rude.
Mistakes? Those were all intentional.
That's true.
But Eugene doesn't want to do that, so
Fair, I respect that.
he's gonna do it, but he's reluctant. I think this whole time he was like half like watching everyone else like quite closely to try and figure out like how is best to go about it, and half like mentally measuring the distance and seeing if it was short enough that he could cast Dimension Door and just arrive at the bottom.
Nice.
But yeah, he will reluctantly go for it and just be like, hey, what's the worst that could happen?
Grok gives you a gentle pat on the back as he kind of guides you up. You got this. You got this. And steps
I'm
back
not
to let
sure
you do.
about that, but hey.
So, you can roll with advantage because Cat's Grace is still on you, and add 5 because the moss.
I don't have moss.
Oh, did you not take
Eugene
moss? Okay.
didn't take moss.
Then just
We're the only
Cat's
ones
Grace.
voting.
I would have bought some for Eugene if he wanted it though, or if he didn't buy it.
I got a 19.
19. That is really respectable. So for Theo, how does Eugene come down?
I think Eugene just is not showy about it at all. Is just trying to make it from A to B and is like concentrating on not falling off. So,
Like when
there's
you-
no
when you
flips
see
or
young
anything.
snowboarders.
He just goes straight down. Like
I was gonna
there's
say
no,
it's like the mountain episode of Always Sunny when Charlie goes down like that.
Not quite that bad, but you do. It is this that you do everything right, and everything you are in control all the way down. It's not as fast or as showy as skier. It's certainly in more control than Aisling or Rock were.
I was
and
in
it's this
complete control.
wonderful. It's actually kind of like a perfect example of how beginners should go down, and it's perfectly executed. And people are cheering as you land, like.
Oh,
Um,
so are we.
and then kind of like help you get there because you land. You don't need the net or anything like that. You kind of glide in quite comfortably to a whereabouts skier kind of dropped in.
Well, I didn't realise you'd done this before.
Yay!
Good
I
job.
haven't,
done,
and I'm never
Eugene.
doing it again. So
Oh, what? What?
You were really good.
Yeah, you just smashed it.
I mean, you could do with a little flair, but you were very good. I mean,
yeah, I saw your flair. That was
thanks. Yeah.
certainly something.
I mean, I just let loose a little, and it's a bit freestyle, Yeah.
It's all jazz, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I could work on my landing a little, but the rest was just like, freestyle, relaxed kind of, yeah. Mhm.
That was some buzzing freestyle.
Oh,
Quite, yes.
God.
Sick, bro.
So you don't want to do it again?
No, but you guys can do it again. I'm happy to just stay down here and watch.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay. Well done. That was very brave.
thanks.
So
And
the
I think I've
question
got another one of these jumps in me, and then maybe we can head to the magical
Yeah.
book words thing.
Yeah, let's make use of this moss.
Yeah.
Yes, great. Okay, quick.
Go, go, go,
So
go.
you guys spend the next
Whoever does
hour.
the most sick flips wins. I'll be the judge.
Can you get like cards you can put up?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you don't have to have Skywrite, do you? You can just
Challenge.
No, but I'll use minor conjuration to
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing.
put numbers on.
So you guys spend the best part of the next hour trying this out. You move to a deeper place, like further up the mountain with a higher
Black
drop.
diamond, baby.
Yeah.
Once you get a bit more confident. I'm not going to make you roll for it. Who improves and who kind of learns more, or who gets overconfident, or things like that?
I very much heard what Croc was saying about you need to lean back when you're doing a flip, otherwise you keep flipping. And I ignored that entirely, and I wanted to see how much they meant you keep flipping.
Yeah, is it like forever or throw up?
So Aisling kind of fucking Sonic the Hedgehog that way down there.
Amazing.
Gotta go fast, you know.
I think we're going to give you 6 points of bludgeoning. As
I respect that.
you do not land well.
I respect and understand.
But it's
and
halved because
appreciate.
you are wearing your shift weave, so
Oh, okay.
presumably you're still wearing it. You haven't just kind of...
I'm probably not. I'm in a swimming costume, so I'll take an extra 3.
Amazing.
I think
But
Rock.
a lot of sick flips.
Oh yeah,
So many
we
flips.
would expect nothing less.
We keep telling Aisling to stop
Only
doing
flips.
flips because she's so bruised. Okay.
I'm just gonna keep going. I can't really see, but it's fine.
No,
Yeah.
no. Also, you've got a little bit of sick in the side of your
Yeah.
mouth. But that's all
Croc,
right.
Croc
Okay.
just quietly sits you down next to Eugene and goes, could you watch her for a minute, please?
She's kind of going like this while she's sitting stationary.
Yeah.
I think Rock probably does like really well on the next one, because he's done it once now. He's not so scared, and now he's like really determined. So he's like concentrating on mastering it, and like probably does a really good, like one of those people who's like annoyingly good just at their second go, and like very smug about it by the time he reaches the bottom. Like very pleased with himself. Like doesn't say anything, but just kind of steps off and like. Yeah, that was I just thought I'd rein it in a little. And, I didn't want to show everyone up, so I would just
I think in contrast to that, Skia has the opposite thing where she had a bit of beginner's luck, and the second one is not as good, and she keeps going though because like she's got this competition and this like yearning for like that first trip down. Like she's like, no, I need to nail it. So I think her and Rock are like doing like this, like
I could just see us watching Skia as she's coming down, and like when she starts, we're like, oh, she's doing it again. Whoa, she's going so fast. And then there's like a second, Rock's like put his hand on Aisling's shoulder and onto Eugene's shoulder. It's like, oh, I think she might be a little too fast there. That corner looked. Oh God, she's out of control. Oh my God. Okay.
yeah.
Oh no.
Just face plants into the ground. I can do it. I will get it. Let me go again.
Okay, we're gonna go to the magical book word place now.
Okay, I'm gonna buy one of these boards. I'm gonna get so sick at this.
Yes.
You guys get to go down like 6-7 times, I would have said, within an hour, even with having to climb back up and things like that. And I think everybody gets quite comfortable with it by the end of it. I think there are some accidents and things, but eventually the moss is starting to wear off. You're aware that the sun is moving on. It's getting later in the afternoon, and Eugene is being quietly patient, but would like to do something else.
Has he taken one of the tiny books he wears off?
No, but he does have plenty of books in the bag of holding.
Of course. Aisling's at that point, like when you take kids to the beach and they start getting freezing cold, but they refuse to stop playing.
They shiver.
They've got like blue lips and shit. Yeah.
From
I'm
what I will
fine.
say is,
Fine.
from where your vantage point is, you do notice that some larger skiffs and things have come in, and there seems to be a little bit of a gathering on the beach starting, like some bonfires starting up, and some singing and shouting and dancing already happening.
Oh my god.
That looks fun, but we should go to the beach party, right?
But don't you want to go see words?
You need to see nature book.
Well, we can do
Nature
that
book.
tomorrow,
Do
though,
that
can't we?
tomorrow.
But
It doesn't
Eugene,
sound
we
like it's
did our
going
thing.
anywhere.
Don't you want to do your thing?
And Crocus here is like, oh, that will be going on all night, so you got plenty of time to get to that.
Yeah, we can't go now. It's too early.
Oh, so embarrassing.
Okay.
You don't want to be the first ones there.
Oh no. We got so much
So
time,
take
Eugene.
your time. You can get to the party when it's there. Honest.
How long does it take to get to the words of magic thing?
Well, and you're still boarded up. If you see, he kind of points to this sort of lower down, there's another open area where there's some people kind of setting up. If you go there, you can, and he pushes you.
Yes.
You just hear a goofy scream. Come on, I'll meet you there!
Can Aisling launch after him, also on the board?
Absolutely.
Glorious.
You have all been a delight. Enjoy the rest
Thanks,
of your
bye.
day.
I don't hear you, I'm
Thanks,
falling to
Croc,
my
this
death!
This was great. I need to buy a board. I'll see you tomorrow. Eugene, you want to jump on? I don't know if this is allowed. Piggyback?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's see what happens.
Cool.
Dimension door if this trick fails.
Two friends. Two
Yeah.
friends on a board.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm gonna let you guys decide how it goes.
I'm picturing, you know, those like young guys you see, like they're kind of teens, kind of young adults, like both on one bike, and they're doing it, and you're kind of like impressed, but they're constantly like, whoa, 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 wait, like it's that the whole way down.
It's that thing where everyone watching is like, this is going to end badly.
Yeah, there's a couple of
But
bits in the middle where it's
somehow,
going,
by some miracle, it doesn't.
It doesn't, yeah.
It almost does, but they're fine.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You make it down. I think you make it down, and Croc is right. There is actually a forest path leading very much lower down the mountain now, and there is a path leading into the jungle. It's actually a jungle. I keep saying forest. It's a jungle. And it's well cut, although you can see there are animal tracks across it as well. As you gather yourselves, it looks like a straight line deeper inside under the canopy. You gather yourselves.
What do we do with these?
There's people to pass them to. They take them off your hands and wish you well and enjoy. And the common greeting is around here is, may the sun touch you wherever you walk.
Oh.
You are making your way into the jungle. You pushing through, it's very well cleared, and it kind of gets quite dark very quickly, but there's still these beautiful beams of light through. There is a cacophony of bird song and strange creatures shouting and screaming at each other. You see strange primates that you've never seen before, like black and white with these bright green eyes that kind of go and disappear and appear on other trees. You pass an anteater who's kind of like snuffling around and kind of stops to look at you as you come closer. Good morrow. Kind of carries on.
Hello.
He just spoke, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good.
It's so cool.
I will have a perception check off of everybody as you go further in.
Ooh. 18 for me.
18. Nice.
22.
22. Ashley?
25.
25. Skier.
33.
33.
Shit.
I was really
God,
proud
I rolled a
of
19.
I was really proud of my roll for a minute.
I
there.
know, I was like,
It's still a good roll.
Jesus.
It is a
Yeah, it's
respectable roll.
Fucking, you can see this anteater's blood type.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can see every single ant walking along the ground.
Yeah.
Rock, it's kind of, for you, as you kind of go, you kind of get this feeling like somebody's watching you, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Eugene and Aisling, a couple of times you think you see a shadow moving swiftly through the trees, keeping pace with you, but whenever you kind of go to focus on it, it's gone.
I think instinctively when I feel that, I will, like, just edge closer to Skia.
Skia, you see a live, muscular form slipping between the trees, keeping pace with you, not trying to hunt you, just curious. They have bright white fur striped with black and like a sort of edging around it. You just about make out something that you think initially is a tabaxi, but it's too big and too powerfully built. Can you make me either a nature or a history check?
Yeah. Here comes the low rolls, guys. That's a 3.
Wait!
Never seen anything like this. This is a swole
It's a cat.
tabaxi.
That is a henge tabaxi. That's a cat. That is a big cat. Yeah. I think Rock will know. I'm making Skia such like a cat, but you know when cats are paying attention, but their like eyes are vacant because she's doing that and keeping an eye on it. And we'll just say, just keep moving.
I think as soon as she says something, Rock will be like, I got the feeling something was watching us.
Yeah. It's okay.
What is it?
I'm on it.
What is
Big
it?
cat.
What is it?
A what?
Cat.
A cat?
A cat?
Yeah. Well, tabaxi? I think it's tabaxi.
Oh. Okay.
Okay,
Are
well-
we gonna get eaten?
No, they're probably just watching us.
Okay, everyone
Make
just
sure we don't mess around, you know.
look
This is...
look
we're going to-
nonchalant.
We're going to ancient ruins, right? We're going to like...
Okay.
They probably just want to make sure we don't do anything. But if they do anything, I'm watching.
Great, so good thing we're not letting them on that we know.
Don't
You
know what
guys-
you're on about.
Carry on for another 10 minutes or so, and then you can see that things have been cleared away, and there are these totems with animal features on them, like lined up. We've already discussed them before. Rock, you recognize the animal gods of the Whoosh people, who are quite popular in Ashore and this sort of area as well, you've discovered. Brother Cat, Mother Snake, Father Bear, Sister Fox, Cousin Eagle, all of them laid out in effigy, and this guiding path. I think, Rock, you've met enough Whoosh in your travels to know that this is someone has built this as a holy site in the animal god's name, but the animal gods, they're guardians rather than deities to worship. You call upon them to protect things that are important to you rather than for favor like the 12. So whoever has laid them here clearly feels that this is a very important site.
I think I'll mention that to everyone as we're going through, sort of doing a bit of tour guiding, and just be like, oh, I recognize these, and that's, you know, that's that one, and that's that one.
Where did you get that flag from?
I just follow the umbrella if you lose me.
Totally
Little
see
microphone.
Rock using his create
Yeah.
item thing to make an umbrella.
Yes, but they tend to be sort of put up where people think there needs to be some kind of protection, or you know. So this seems like it's quite an important site to, or it was at least
Wait.
to the Whoosh.
What if the temple's here?
No, that could could it be?
That would be cool.
Well, it's pretty important, right?
I mean, it's worth checking
Well,
out.
yeah. I mean, we'll know soon enough, I guess.
And this place is pretty hidden from like most people, so I guess it would be a good place to put a super secret.
That's true,
sky
and
temple.
they don't generally just let everyone come here. It's quite protected, as we saw. We only got through because of
Right.
Sudar and the... Okay, well,
Exactly.
well, I never thought of that. Okay, well, this could be fun. I mean, either way, it'll be fun.
Stepping through, you kind of come through this open thicket into a open area that doesn't seems to almost magically appear as you cross a threshold. The very vibe changes. It is a much quieter place. Not without life. You watch as birds quietly kind of flit from tree to tree, some of them picking up things to kind of make their nests, branches and moss and the like. In the center of the clearing are 4 fixed rings covered in ancient moss and strange runes. I'm just going to show on the map for everyone at home. In the center is a dais made of stone, perfectly kept but covered all the same. There is a hum of magical energy in the area, so much so that any magic user, which is including Skier, your skin tingles with it, but it's dormant, asleep. Eugene, you can make me an Arcana or a History check.
Uh, 33.
Love the big numbers. You have seen these before, but fractured, broken in chunks. This is a way gate. Pre-ascension, this is one of the ways that people would access the ways. This one looks dormant, disconnected, but still you can almost hear the song of the world humming through this place.
I think this is a way gate.
A what?
People used to use them to access the ways.
Whoa, I didn't know you could do that. Does it still work?
I don't think so.
It feels weird.
I mean, there's obviously still power and magic here, which might explain why people say you can hear things. I mean, we know how the ways tends to, for lack of a better term, leak into different realities.
Has anyone heard anything yet?
Anybody want to actively listen?
Yeah, I will. I think
Yeah,
I'll
actually,
try and sort of tune into the song and see if it helps me.
Ashling is trying to listen really hard.
Tune into the song. Okay, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
What were you rolling?
24
You can roll a perception if you want to, but if not, I can just go with some narrative. I'm happy. You don't need to roll if you don't want to.
Okay.
I think Eugene will try to listen magically, and if
Wonderful.
that makes sense, tune
yeah.
into like sort of in a detect magic sort of vibe.
I'm with you. Yeah, but using more your natural, preternatural senses. Yeah. So, what do you feel? What do you see as you reconnect with the world? You hear echoes of the past, of the future. You recognize past moments that you've kind of encountered before, some from distant history. You hear voices unfamiliar and new to you, and some very familiar. Eugene, for you specifically hear moments of your life, those moments where you touched magic for the first time, those meetings with your friends, the first time you met Feather in the way. You hear echoes of that conversation. You hear the conversation between you and Throne's Blade about Ashling's fate, you hear a familiar voice. And now you know the truth about me. I have but one question to ask you. The Lawkeeper's voice, directed at you, and you can hear your, all right, I'm listening, moves on. Another voice, unfamiliar to you. You're the Keeper of the Ways, aren't you? And your voice, sometimes, when I need to be.
Cool.
Aisling, the Fae are connected to the world in a way that puts you in a different position to everybody else. You don't necessarily hear echoes and reflections of where you touch magic. You feel ripples from where your life has touched others. You don't necessarily hear you in those conversations, but you recognize things like Mother Bramble, Mother is like Auntie Needles, people that have kind of other Fae to start with, and it kind of ripples outwards. You hear the edge of a private conversation between Eugene and Rock about their concern about Alabaster. You hear Skia talking to Duskgaze about these wonderful people that she's had to leave behind and how she feels about betraying them the way that she did. You hear something new. It is your voice talking to in the distance. Are you sure she's the High Cartographer? Yeah, and she's going to map out this world, and we're going to see some amazing sights. Stick close to her, kid. She's crazy, but in the good way.
Love it.
Skia, you hear moments that you have not heard for a long time. Family members, your half siblings, begging you to show them how to throw a knife, how to shoot a bow. You hear your mother clucking her tongue in that mock way that she does, trying to disapprove but proud of how much effort you put in to keeping them on your side. You hear your first meeting with a certain slightly stuck-up half-elf sorcerer who convinces you that there is a bigger world than fighting thugs in narrow alleys. You hear Kaja trying to communicate with you desperately, facing down that terrifying creature that pretended to be the Duke. You are running through the corridors of the palace. Thorn is the vizier behind you, huffing and puffing, not able to keep this up for long, but you desperately trying to urge him on for his own safety. And you hear a voice you haven't heard since your childhood. Masculine. Is that you? How long has it been? Your father's voice, but words you have never heard him say. Rock. You all see this happen as well. Rock starts to listen for that hum, that gentle resonance. And you watch as this almost purring sound starts to come from around him, and then it kind of drops into this low, bassy and you can hear words that are so large they're beyond your ken, And even Rock only gets snippets of what they mean, but only because of how he has been trained to listen for these words in reality. Rock, you hear home, threat, God, new. God, old. Trick and tail. You are the hope. And as your eyes open, it's like a burst of stars around all of you. And you look up, and it's like you're looking into the night sky itself, as that strange, familiar, gigantic star form looms over all of you for a second. Just a second. And then fades. And for us, just that moment, Rock, you know you heard the voice of Erevis itself.
I think Rock just sort of sits down and just kind of looks at everyone a bit like everyone saw that, right?
Are you okay? Do I need to check for plants?
What the hell was that?
That wasn't planned.
What happened?
I mean, you all heard things? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it said
Okay.
home threat.
Oh. That's not good.
No.
Yeah, there were. Okay, so there were a number of words. It wasn't like sentences. It's. So sometimes when I connect to the Song of Creation, I kind of hear these words that are part of just the magic of what everything around us. But this was sort of something bigger. Okay, I'm just going to write these down. Then he's just going to take out a piece of paper and like scribble down like the words that he had.
As you think on those words, there is something in the song that you've not heard before. And it's this note and edge of panic. Something is worrying the world.
Ooh. It's not good.
That's real concerning.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, that feels like it was a kind of message from Erevis itself. But that sounds a little concerning.
Oh.
Yeah.
But would Alabaster not have also picked up on this? I mean, he was literally kind of talking to Erevis before, wasn't he?
What did Erevis say?
Okay, so I think this is what it was. It was home, threat, God, new, God, old, trick and tail, and then you are the hope.
God, I didn't get it. God, old, trick and tail. I was thinking like tail like story, but tail like follow? Like has an old god followed a new god
Well,
in?
isn't Alabaster kind of a new god right now?
Well, yeah, that's what I would assume is the only new
Yeah.
god I can think of.
Well, there's also the Dragon King. They're trying to make
I mean,
a
that's
new god.
the
right?
threat we know about, right? So
Yeah. They better not be
And the
talking about
old
Alabaster.
god
He's
is
not a threat.
probably the worm, right?
Worm that devours the hungry caterpillar.
yes.
I love that you've actually seen the worm that devours, and that's still the image you're
Yeah,
choosing
Ski
to
is
use.
still
yeah.
that's what it looked like.
I don't know what the trick and tail part is, though.
it
No.
tricked maybe the old god is tricked the new god. You know, maybe these people will bring about this new god, and then the old god will come in and, like, I don't know, use them to, like, get through or something. Maybe.
I mean, that kind of sounds like what whatever he's calling himself, the Dragon King,
Yeah.
is trying to do, is to take power, and we all know already that the Dragon King is basically being used as a stooge by the worm, right? I mean, that seems to be the only thing. So, I mean, maybe that's what it means.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But most importantly, you are the hope.
There's
Well, I
a
think it was a message for all of us, though.
No. It's on you.
Wow.
I can't have that kind of responsibility.
Oh, sure, shove it at me. Chris, you were going to say something?
Something purposefully makes a noise behind you and falls as it falls from the tree and lands.
Oh, I forgot about you, sorry.
You were supposed to be keeping an eye on that.
I was, but you know, then...
Then there was sparkly stuff.
Then
We'll get
God
this.
spoke, you know. no
yeah,
big deal.
sorry. Yeah.
I mean, Rock.
Take another call. It was God.
Sorry, I was distracted by a god talking to me. Forgive me. Yeah, I mean, Rock will immediately spin around and pull his sword out towards this, whatever it is.
Go for your sword, remembering it's in a bag of holding.
That's all right.
I pull out my dagger.
I'll quickly
noticing-
rifle around in the bag of holding while Skier's pointing a dagger at them.
Great.
And
great,
then I'll
great,
pull it
great,
out.
It's
There
like
is
the tote bag Rock trying to find his wallet at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
amazing.
Oh, it's in the other corner.
That's exactly what I envisaged. Skier's already got her dagger out, and Rock's going through his tote bag to find the
Yeah.
sword. Tote bag of holding.
Holding.
That's
Oh yes!
that's canon now. Rock has
Yeah.
a tote bag of
Oh
holding.
my god! Yeah.
If not,
Little
we'll have to
body
buy
shop
that
one.
for you.
Love it.
Oh my god, it's gonna keep slipping off your armor.
Tote
Oh,
bag.
infuriating.
It's really good that I've got these pointy scales sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a spell for literally everything, but no one's figured out how to get a tote bag to stay on their shoulder.
Absolutely right. And that's the way it should be. That is the
Yes.
curse of the fallen gods.
This is what our next campaign is going to be, solving this plight.
Some curses are eternal, Ashling.
Just
Standing-
get a rucksack.
Standing behind you is a tall, feminine, feline form. Very live and muscular, like wearing like minimal furs, just to cover, like for modesty. And she has bright white fur with these blue stripes all the way up. It's very feral, cat-like face with bright whiskers and sharper features and these bright blue eyes. And she's just kind of standing looking at you with her head tilted. You made the stones speak.
Isn't that what it's supposed to do?
We didn't
Not
mean
like
to.
that.
I mean, it wasn't on purpose. It was just. Wait, who are you?
Hello.
I am Kabinok, the hunter.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. And what are you hunting exactly?
People who mean harm to my turtle friends, mostly.
Nope.
Oh, good,
Not
because
us.
that's not
Oh
us.
no, you don't seem like you. You were also quite emphatic about that when you were talking in my general direction. So
Oh, right, yeah.
you're very good. She kind of looks at Skier.
Thank you.
Others of you notice me as well. That does not happen often.
We're
And
a
you
sort
made
of
this-
on edge bunch.
Well, if you make
People
this
often sneak up on us. To be honest.
fair,
Yeah.
you made the stones speak.
I thought that was their whole thing.
Not like that. Not
Oh,
that loud. Oh.
what do they normally say?
Depending on how you're feeling, either you should talk to the druids about that, or avoid talking to the druids about that.
What does that mean?
Why would we avoid talking to the druids about that?
Do you want them to know you made the stones talk?
Should they not know we made the stones talk?
Well,
I
maybe
don't
not.
know. What does the stones talking mean? She's
Why are we-
really
Why not?
curious.
Why are we exchanging questions?
I don't. None of his
Questions are good.
Oh no, she's good, guys.
Well, look, I mean, if the druids could shed some light on what just happened, then I guess we should speak to them, no?
Hey, guys, I think we're becoming the experts on this stuff now.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
feel like an
It's kind
expert
of a
on
lot
this.
of backstory that has to be explained before we explain what just happened.
Yeah.
Um,
Is it
so-
good the stones spoke?
Well,
Subjective.
Depends on your definition.
I mean, it didn't feel wrong or bad. It just felt like a warning.
Warnings are good. Warnings keep you sharp.
Yeah.
Yes.
You sang like the stones, and she points at Rock. That is interesting.
Well, it's kind of how I'm connected to magic, is through the song of creation. And I mean, I didn't do it intentionally. I was just trying to, like. I mean, yes, I did. Although that
She's
doesn't
not-
usually happen where things resonate back quite like that.
I liked it. Made
good.
things interesting. And she kind of looks you all over and she goes, I misjudged you all. I thought you just tourists. You are far more interesting.
Oh yeah.
Duh.
If you need me, and she kind of reaches into a pack and she kind of pulls out this like very finely carved shell, like a conch, but has had holes very deliberately pushed. While you are on this island, should you need me to arbiter, or you would like to talk to me, I will give you this. You do not have to use it.
But what exactly is your role? I mean, you've told us your name, but who are you, and why would we need you to arbiter?
Yeah, well, in what capacity would we need you?
I am a Tigrin. Above the Vagran, the Tigrin are law keepers in the Reach. How
Okay.
to put? In your world, you have soldiers who protect and guard. But judges tell soldiers if they can kill or not kill, to stop soldiers just killing for sake of it.
Sure, we'll go with that loosely.
Hunters tell the Vagran who to hunt.
You're lieutenant.
She's a lieutenant. Okay, and when should we call on you?
If you get in trouble, or if you want to talk, I am happy for both.
I mean,
Just
while
a
you're
chat.
here, is there anything you can tell us about the stones and the rings?
Yes. The stones were here before this was Kest Kamirr. We all found the stones. The stones make this island just a little bit more special, which is why so many come here to meet. All the holy people, all the spirit guides, all the leaders will gather and listen to the stones in hope that the world will tell them a secret. I, among my people, was chosen to guard the stones. You have given me answers. I have given you answers. This was a good conversation. I will leave now. And she just turns and
Okay. Bye.
nice meeting you all.
she just leaps like into the trees, and you just hear, and then nothing.
She was quite cool.
Sick.
Yeah.
So cool.
I'm not sure.
We did a thing and we didn't get attacked about it.
Yeah,
Yay!
not really sure what's happened in the last half an hour, but great.
Okay. What now?
Who wants the emergency whistle? I'll give it to Skier.
The tiger ocarina.
Booty call? Question mark?
Ski's gonna try it straight away just to like see if this actually works.
Oh my
She's so
God.
going to regret giving that to us.
Yeah.
Skia's
There's-
gonna be messaging you up over and over again. This fucking thing.
It's a
Like
if we
you
go to
do
this
in...
party later, maybe.
Yeah.
sound, and you kind of feel wind kind of part your hair, and there's a as an arrow kind of drops in behind you.
What?
Okay, it works.
What was that? What just happened?
That was... She fired the
I
arrow.
think that was a warning.
I think that was a very subtle way of saying, don't fuck around with it.
Oh.
They're just testing you.
Sorry.
This
I mean, if
makes
you're
Skier
hanging
want to
around
do
out
it
there, you
more.
can just come back. Anyway.
I really want to. The gremlin in me is so like, ugh.
Should we have given this to Skia?
Okay, well, I mean, that was certainly interesting. Not really sure what we do with that information now, but
We're on holiday.
good point.
Yeah.
Yes,
Beach party.
let's put that on pause. I will put my notepad away with the message on, and we'll
Beach
think
party.
about that later.
No more talking to God. Beach party.
Okay, yes, but quickly first, before we end this meeting, am I right in thinking that to get to previous temples, you've had to go through the ways?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this could be the entrance to.
It could be.
Okay, great. Let's do that tomorrow. That's the tomorrow job, right?
Yep, I think that's a good idea. I think I could do with some time to think on this.
Yeah.
Every time we've been to a temple, though, we go to the ways once we're inside the temple.
That's
Oh.
true. There is
Never
normally
had
a section before the ways.
Yeah, there's
There's
normally
never
like
been one.
a temple
So you got
Skis,
innocent
you've seen two.
imperial
ways.
plane,
Skier's been for
and
two
then,
of them.
and then
haven't
once
you?
we're inside, there's like an entrance to the ways normally.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe we can inquire about that tomorrow after we've been to the beach party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, just
See a bonfire.
how mad will you be if I ruin our relationship with this woman by constantly calling her all night?
I mean, I'm not so worried about being mad about it. I'm a little worried about the arrows out the dark into
Yeah,
me.
she might kill us.
Yeah. Oh, she'll just kill me. It's fine.
Yeah, maybe pick someone else to harass.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we kind of need you.
Yeah. All right. I won't harass her. I will annoy someone else at the party.
And with that conversation echoing around the forest as you leave, you make your way back to the beach and the party.
Bye, Stones.
therein.
Stones.
And that feels like a really good place for us to leave it this week.
Yeah.
Yay. We're back, folks.
We're back in 1 second.
Amazing.
And we got a
Um,
beach party to
We have got the
Yo.
beach party. Thank you so much for coming back and joining us all, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this very different episode. I really did. It's nice to do some subtle chaos.
I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Yeah. You guys may have noticed at the beginning, we are mixing things up. So we're not going to go around everybody, but we are going to give everybody a chance to say goodbye. Just rather than, and if there is something desperately you do want to push out for everybody, this is a great time to do it. So we're going to start with Charlie.
Hello. I have a thing. Oh shit. Let me get it.
Yes. Get it. Shut it off.
Get it.
My new book is out.
Yay! Salamander song.
Yeah,
So
you can
pretty.
get it pretty much everywhere. Just not Amazon, because. Yeah, indie bookshops, your local indie bookshop. That's it for my announcements. Hi, Mum, love you, Mum, of course.
Hi, Charlie's
Hi,
mum.
Charlie's mum.
Oh, wonderful. Theo?
I don't have anything to shout, but hi, thanks for watching.
Wonderful. Michelle?
Same. I don't have anything to shout out, but thanks for watching, everyone.
Amazing. And Wayne?
Hi, everybody. No, just to say thank you as well for everybody for being here. And okay, love you. Bye.
It just leaves me to say thank you very much for coming along. We have been Some Other Heroes. Say goodbye, Queer Dungeoneers.
Bye, Queer
Dungeoneers.
Dungeoneers.
Boba says bye too, but she's asleep.
Yeah.
Bye bye bye.
Toothless and Hiccup say bye
Bye,
too. They're looking right at me.
We love you to
Love you,
pieces. And we will be back next week. Have a lovely week.
Bye.
Bye.